What's up, everybody? This is Logan Hanks on the Living Fully Loaded podcast, joined with my good buddy Brent and my buddy Chris Hatcher. Brent's return guest. Chris, this is his first time. He's very excited to be with us today. Chris, tell us hey.
What's going on?
Brent?
How's it going?
So everybody, we're pumped up. We've got a good crew here. Now, Brent, I've asked you the questions, but Chris has never had the good cobweb shaking questions, so we'll go with you, man. You got to give up one of three: burgers, pizza, or tacos. What are you giving up?
Giving up tacos.
The tacos?
What?
Oh man, that's like the most versatile of all of them.
Dude, I'm kind of like, I don't know. Like, I really don't like homemade tacos, but Taco Bell, I dominate. You know what I'm saying?
Man.
So, I don't know, man. I can eat pizza a lot. I like burgers. So, homemade tacos to me ain't as good as Taco Bell.
My original thought, whenever the first time you asked me that, I almost said tacos, but then I thought about it. I was like, you can do a lot with tacos. You can make deer tacos.
Yeah.
You can make regular beef tacos.
Why can't you make that with pizza?
I mean, you could.
Yeah, it's very.
Well, then what's the problem?
I mean, realistically, the least versatile is actually a cheeseburger, which is like one of my favorites. I mean, you can have deer burgers, but like that's probably the least versatile. But tacos, man, you can just, I don't know, tacos you can just do.
I'm
a lot
weird,
with
man.
tacos.
I don't know.
And
I will say, dude, hey, you can, dude. It's easy to pull up to Taco Bell and order about $40. Well, maybe not 40. That's excessive, but maybe like we'll say $30 worth of Taco Bell.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You get home and you've got like 20 tacos, a quesadilla. What do you like? Mexican pizza?
Mexican
oh
pizza.
yeah, them things are the bomb.
Dude,
Yeah.
You put about 12 packs of fire sauce on that thing, it is game over.
I can't.
Then and about 4 hours later.
Yeah, well, that's what I was gonna say. Man, Taco Bell. I used to eat it a good bit, and man, it is such a gut bomb now.
It is.
Oh man, Brian Shaw? Do you know who he is? He's the world's strongest man. A few times.
Okay, yeah.
He does some YouTube videos, and he went and ordered everything on the Taco Bell menu, and he tried to eat all of it, and some of it was so bad that he couldn't even like stomach it down. But he literally ate it, and he ordered the whole menu wasn't but like $120, which is pretty cheap.
Yeah. Me and Chris, like one of the last times we were together, we got Taco Bell. We've been working all day, and we decided, he was like, dude, I want Taco Bell. So we went and got about $25 worth of Taco Bell, and I think I got. What we get? We got like six soft tacos, 6 hard tacos, a quesadilla, and a Mexican pizza. And bro, I was like, man, how is this so bad, but so good?
Yeah,
like it doesn't make sense. Now I will say, a gordita crunch, awful. That's the worst thing I've ever eaten.
I've never tried that.
Yeah, it's terrible.
I'm not like really adventurous with Taco Bell. Like I've kind of got my staples that I know that are like. I don't want to say good, but I know that I like.
Man, I'm telling you, it's either gonna be 4 or 6 tacos and a Mexican pizza.
So you would choose Taco Bell tacos over some homemade tacos?
Yeah, like Mexican joints, like margaritas and all that.
You don't like theirs?
Dude, I don't go.
Man, dang.
I will say he's the first. He's one of the first ones I've heard that said tacos.
You are. That's what I'm saying. That's why I'm like.
Yeah,
wow,
man, that's what I'm thinking.
Hey, I appreciate the change, man.
Yeah.
Hey.
All right. You got to watch the same movie for 24 hours. What are you watching?
Man, I'm going with Tombstone.
I knew it. I knew it.
I watch Tombstone at least once a month. I don't know, man. Rambo, any Stallone movies, the old Rambo and Rocky.
Yeah.
Man, AMC runs that. I'll sit there all day long and watch them movies. They're just classics.
What about Forrest Gump?
I like Forrest. I'll watch Forrest. Titanic.
Oh, God.
All of them. I watch all of them.
That is brutal. I cannot imagine sitting there watching Titanic for 24 hours.
Yeah, no, what a
Jack gets stiffed in that whole movie anyway. Yeah. Boy got a little lick and ended up dying.
He does. Yeah, he has a terrible go, and there was enough room on the freaking door or whatever she's floating.
That
on.
just shows you how women are right there. I think you put like 12 kids on that door.
Yeah.
Man. Yeah, now.
Are you solid on Tombstone?
It'd be either Tombstone or, like I say, I like Rambo, man. Like, what was that, First Blood Part 2?
Yeah, that's a good one.
yeah.
Like, when he's in the mud and he's
Yeah.
just, I mean, that's a bad movie.
See, now that's why I like, you talking about the mud, that's why I like Predator.
Oh, Predator's good.
Now, because that scene when old Arnold's like, he's hiding and he's like ready to strike him and he's
Yeah.
hiding in the mud and the Predator's like shining right around him.
I was going to hit y'all with a real classic, but I decided, no, I got a couple movies. Y'all ever watch Harry and the Hendersons?
Yes, that's the big
Dude.
Bigfoot dude.
Yeah, with a movie.
Yeah.
Love it,
Dude,
freaking movie.
I knew Logan was gonna know what that was.
Yeah.
I was waiting for. I'm like, I doubt I'm gonna know what.
Dude,
it
Harry
was.
and the Hendersons was a freaking
Did
classic.
you not know what it is? Have you
No.
not- Oh my gosh. Man, yeah, I have not seen that in a long time.
Dude, I got it on DVD at the house.
Dang, I think it's on VHS at my parents', but I need to watch it. I don't know that my
Dang.
wife has ever seen that one.
That is a funny movie.
Man, yeah. Now
What was your other one?
Dude, Days of Thunder.
That's a good one.
Hey, now I
NASCAR?
have seen Days of Thunder. Okay,
Yeah.
That's
yeah.
like the only
Cold.
great NASCAR movie they've ever made.
Yeah.
Or the only
I
one.
was gonna say I can't even think of any
Yeah.
other one.
Yeah.
Old Cold Trickle.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Wait. What's it called?
What's
I
the
can think
old
of, I
guy-
can think of a good NASCAR
What's the
movie.
old
What's it
guy
called?
that is his crew chief? In that
Robert
movie?
Duvall.
Yes. And that dude is like, how old?
Oh gosh, he's got to be like 110
And he
now.
still looks the same as he did in Days of Thunder.
Yeah,
Like,
he does.
I'm going with Talladega Nights.
There is another NASCAR movie. There you go. We forgot about
yeah,
that one.
Talladega
Dang,
Nights.
How
how
do
did
you
we
forget
forget
about
that,
that?
man? Yeah,
Yeah.
if you ain't
Dude,
first,
shake
you're
your bait,
last, man.
dog.
Yeah, if you
Yeah.
ain't first, you're last.
Yeah. You ain't first, you're last, that's for sure.
No, see, no, you don't know Days of Thunder? Did you?
No, I have seen that.
Okay,
Yeah, that
'Cause
was
One of the only movies I ever watched with my dad.
Days
Days
of
of
Thunder
Thunder?
and
Yeah.
Nacho Libre.
Yeah, Nacho Libre. Yeah,
The fact that he appreciates that movie just is.
I've never heard my dad laugh harder. I could have the best joke in the world, and get nothing, but he laughs at freaking Nacho Libre.
Well,
I can't even believe Chuck watched it.
I know. Yeah, I know. That's what when he told me, he's like, "Man, my dad liked Nacho Libre." I was like, "Man, that is really shocking." All right, man. Last one. If you could have any job besides what you do now, what would it be?
I have no idea. Actually, you know what? I do. I'd be a monster truck driver.
That sounds like that'd be fun.
Just
Yeah.
because to this day, I still will go watch them. I love that stuff.
Yeah, Monster Jam and all that.
Yeah, like Bigfoot, like
Yeah.
all that. I would do that for a living all day long.
Yeah, that would be fun. I always was a big Gravedigger fan.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. You know, when we was little, you had Bigfoot, and then, of course, Monster Jam came along, and then all of a sudden, Gravedigger, which what they do with them trucks now are just completely ridiculous.
Yeah.
So, back then, they were still full metal bodied.
Yeah, yeah,
They flipped them. That hurt.
yeah.
Now they just keep on flipping and keep rolling.
Oh yeah, they
Yeah,
don't
well-
even think nothing about it.
Well, I mean, if it's a small arena, I won't say his name, but we know a guy that used to be in it.
Yeah.
Used to be all involved in that, and he got us into a couple shows and stuff like that. And I never really knew how it worked. I always thought it was like badass and stuff like that, but I never really
Move
knew.
that whiskey.
Huh?
Move that bottle.
Oh,
There.
is it in front of my face? Sorry.
Sorry, now go ahead.
Man,
Yeah. There we go. But I didn't know it. But nowadays, and I don't know how long it's been like that, but now if they like flip, tumble, get in a wreck, whatever the case is, or if they do something super badass like flip, front over end, whatever, like the truck just shuts off.
Really?
Like there's people that control it, and they can just shut the truck off. And it's like they could still be having a good run or whatever, and like bash
yeah.
something up, and it's like boom, truck shuts
So they
off.
can like throw the towel in on
Yeah,
them.
pretty much.
Huh.
wow. Definitely.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, that's why when they pull up to the line, they always cut them off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They make sure they can turn that truck off.
Huh.
Isn't that wild?
So
yeah,
I
never
guess
knew
if the
that.
throttle stuck and it's fixing to take off through the stands, they can
can just
shut her
shut her down.
down.
Yeah, exactly.
Huh.
Exactly.
I wonder how it does that, like remotely.
Yeah.
So soft.
Yeah.
How soft are we nowadays? Can't even
Yeah.
have a real monster
Yeah,
truck
the truck
show.
can't even be
America
wide
is
open.
really soft today.
We're getting softer and softer, man. Yeah, I saw I'll tell you something that grinded my gears there the other day.
It wasn't on Facebook, was it?
It was on Instagram.
Oh.
Close enough.
Yeah. freaking, there's a page called The Dad on there. Y'all follow?
I've seen that.
The
Brent,
Dad?
yeah, Brent definitely follows
I've
it.
seen it. I don't follow it, but I Brent, you follow the dad?
Yeah, he's got so many children.
I've seen it. Like, you know, you go scrolling through, and I've caught some of
Yeah.
that stuff.
All right, well, I'll tell you, this like proved to me where we're headed as a society. So the dad shared a little video, and it was this guy sitting there, and he's like, it's a close up, and he's like, it says words on the screen. It says, my son wanted to dress up as what's the chick from Frozen?
It's already not good.
Oh,
No.
hold on. What's her name?
Is it Elsa?
Elsa. That's
Elsa.
it.
All
Why
right.
do I know that?
But that's what he said. My son wanted to dress up as Elsa for, I guess, the new one that came out whenever it did, the
Frozen
second one.
2.
And he was like, and I said there was no way that he was dressing up like that, ... And he starts like crying. And then the next screen shows him dressed up like Elsa with his son holding his hand, and it says alone. So it's like there was no way I was letting my son dress up like that alone. And he went as Elsa with his son. And I was like, I mean, I went in the comments because I was like, surely to goodness, even though this is social media, there's going to be some people on there that are like, dude, what the crap, man? Like, he's a boy and you're a dude. Like, what are you doing?
Hang on, man. You mean to tell when you're little you never walk around in high heels or anything?
I don't think I ever did.
Man.
I don't remember.
Did you?
I did.
Man, I think I may have slid old granny's on a few times. But I mean, there wasn't no Instagram or Facebook back then.
But what would your dad have done? Would he have slipped on a pair with you and walked around?
Today? Or
No,
no,
back
Oh,
then.
back then.
no, Daddy ain't gonna do that.
All right, there you go.
He gonna
would've-
sit there and laugh.
He wouldn't condone it and poke
No,
ad you
no,
on.
he ain't gonna do that.
All right, see, that's what got me, because this dude, like, so that I was, and in the comments there, Ryan Mickler, he commented, and he was like, this dad missed a golden opportunity to like explain the differences between a freaking boy and a girl, and his comment got deleted.
Right. Oh, of course.
So
Well, one he has a following.
yeah,
You know what I mean? So they want to avoid that at all costs, and
Yeah.
it goes against, what do we say? The narrative.
yeah, which is just blows my mind. Something that simple.
Yeah,
I don't have kids, so I can't. I think I could say, if I did have kids, I would not be for that.
Yeah.
So it's
Well, I got them, and I'm definitely not for it.
right. But you two know though. You
Yeah.
two know though. We're not going to go into any kind of detail or anything. But you two have kids.
Yeah.
Y'all love them more than anything in the world, right?
Yeah.
You can say that, right?
hell yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
So how do you, like, and this is real, for real. How, like, your kid wants to do something. They're passionate about it. Whatever. What do you do?
I mean, in that situation, I mean, I'd put my foot down in that one. Not be a jerk, but I would pretty sternly explain, like, you know, if he wanted to dress up, be like, no, son, no. Obviously, there's a difference between Elsa and, now you can dress up as the snowman or the dude that saves the chick.
That's
but
what I would ask. I'm like,
yeah.
is there any
What
dudes
was
in
the
that movie?
snowman's name?
Olaf. Yeah.
You can tell you.
I've never watched it, but it sounds great.
Yeah.
I try not
All right.
to.
What would you do,
What?
Chris? What would you do?
What?
Kinsley.
Well, Kinsley can do that. She's a girl.
I know that. I know, but let's reverse it. Okay, but
Like,
like,
if she wants to wear
I know that. but
cowboy boots,
I'm
I'm
for,
gonna say no.
I'm for real. Just trying. Well, girls wear cowboy boots.
Right.
There's cowgirls.
But let's say she wanted to, like, put on a beard and go as a dude.
What if she wanted to be Yukon Cornelius?
I don't know, man, because I was gonna try to like hit her as Joe Dirt for Halloween, like when I was a kid. You know what I'm saying? Like for real,
Okay.
like I think it'd be hilarious.
It would be funny.
But that's just me.
Yeah.
I don't
yeah.
know.
That'd be funny.
But
I think there's a point where it's funny, but if you're seriously doing this not to hurt your kids' feelings and you're gonna put it on social media, you need to. There's something going on with that.
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
sorry, dude.
Yeah, I mean, it was it was weird
Yeah,
for me to see it. And then, like, seeing the comments, everybody was like, that's good dadding right there and stuff. And I was like,
That's
No.
really not.
man,
No.
that is not.
That boy's gonna be a ballet dancer when
Yeah.
he gets older.
Yeah, he is. He's going to
He's
be.
gonna want to know why he gets his ass whooped all the time in school.
Yeah, that's
And
just
it's good dadding.
good dadding. That's exactly
Yeah.
what the word said.
Yeah, it's
Yep.
good dadding.
So, all right, we're going to dive in real quick before we do. I forgot to shout out in the last one. Go to wildertactical.com and you can get belts. They got all kinds of different belts. I got the minimalist belt pad. They got mag pouches for pistols, AR-15s, AKs, anything you can think of, tourniquets, and all that stuff on there. And it's American-made, veteran-made, awesome quality stuff. The code is LOGAH10. You get 10% off. That helps me out. So go get you something on there. All right. So we're going to...
You mean I could get some badass tactical mags or a mag belt
Yes.
just by putting your code in?
Get a good 10% off.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
All right.
And again, it's legit stuff. I keep saying I got to make a video of it because it's pretty sweet stuff. Like, it's really comfortable. And have you not ever seen my belt pad?
No, I've seen it.
Yeah.
But I don't have the stuff. So
Yeah.
I'm going to have to put in the code.
You got to put in the code. Put in the code. Or go on the Facebook page, find the link that I'd shared, and you can use that link. It helps me out. Whatever.
Boom. Internet.
Yep. All right. So we're going to talk a little bit. First, we'll talk some current events, and then we're going to talk some bow hunting. Chris wants to talk about the heartaches that come with being a bow hunter.
I know all of them.
But you got to hang around for that. So what's current events that's really grinding you guys right now?
Everything.
Yeah,
It all hurts.
it does. I'm a little disappointed with like everybody in politics these days. People can listen to me and they get a pretty clear image of where I stand politically, but man, there's not really much leadership going on right now. I don't know.
No. I try to stay off. Honestly, I try not to even really get on Facebook or any of that no more because,
It just makes you mad.
dude, I will get on there and get to fuming. And then,
Yeah.
with the way things are now, your job sees it, you're gone.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
And it doesn't matter if they agree with you or not.
no, I try to stay away from. I can tell Brent we were riding. He's like, dude, don't do it. Like, I got my fingers on my phone. I'm just like, I'm about to light these yuppies up. He's like, don't do it. And I'm like, oh man, come on, just one time.
Yeah. Hey, I know that feeling, man. That is one, as a farmer, I could pretty much get on there and say whatever the crap I want
Well,
to.
right,
Well, yeah,
you're self-employed.
Yeah,
so-
nobody's gonna do anything, but
But it does suck though because you want to be able to voice your opinion just as much as the next person.
yes,
But you don't know, like, if you work in the corporate world or whatever the case is, like, you don't know what infringes on who, what
Yeah.
could get you in trouble, what could get you fired nowadays.
Yeah.
The cancel culture or whatever.
oh yeah,
It's unreal.
yeah. Well, and I think about it now more doing this because I'm like, this is actually getting out to people. So like,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna get on here and say some just super stupid, idiotic thing that's gonna later on make me look like a moron or come back and like destroy my podcast or something. But
Yeah.
and I've got some landowners that I've learned are liberals and are on they're obviously on the opposite spectrum that I'm on. So now I'm like, well, I'm not going to talk politics with those people.
But that's fine.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about. Where did we lose that?
The
Well, I
ability to differ.
Yeah, exactly.
Politics has always been like that, though.
But it has. It
that's
always
why
has been like that.
I try not to ever talk politics, unless it's somebody I really know, like really good.
Yeah.
Because if it's like just somebody and then y'all get to talking, and then you say something I don't like, and then here we go, way off in this whole.
That's what I'm saying.
Ordeal.
But then it turns into a full blown. You can't even like
Have a
discuss
discussion,
anymore.
yeah.
Yeah, you can't have like you can't have a normal discussion with people these days. Just like
Yeah.
I have friends all over the place that I we have different political opinions.
Yeah.
We differ in that area, and it's like, but I can even with them now, it's like I can feel the tension.
Yeah.
And that's not normal.
No.
You should be able to disagree with each other and still be
friends.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, you got the media. The media has a lot to do with that too, firing everything up.
They want. I mean, they like the divide.
Yeah.
I mean,
they live for that.
They do.
If that's what they want, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it gives them something to talk about.
They do, and that's you know, I mean, yeah, you can't. Nowadays, it's like if you don't agree with everything, then you hate me. Like that's like how everything is now, and I mean, you see that obviously very prominent in like Hollywood, like you know Tim Allen, that show Last Man Standing. I don't know if y'all ever watched it.
Every day.
It was freaking hilarious.
Yeah,
man.
I watch it all the time when I come home from work. It's on CMT.
Yeah, that show is hilarious.
Yeah.
You know, it got canceled there for a while.
Fox picked it back up though, didn't it?
Yeah, but it when it got canceled, it was like the second highest rated show or something at the time.
It's because he was roasting Hollywood.
Yep, and that's exactly Tim Allen. He went on some show and he said that it was like 1930s Germany and Hollywood. He said like if you don't agree with everything, then they hate you and try to blacklist you. And so, which I did.
It's a non-physical form of freaking Nazi Germany.
Yeah,
I hate to compare it to that. That's a horrible deal.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's you get freaking. I mean, it's like concentration camps if you don't agree with the narrative.
Yeah, and that sucks for them because I mean, you know, they want to do like he obviously enjoys, you know, making films and things, but like just the fact that he's a conservative.
Yep.
Like, and I mean, it's not like he's going out and, you know, like Mel Gibson. I love Mel Gibson. I mean, I got a Braveheart poster right there. Freaking love Mel Gibson. Patriot, Braveheart, all the movies. But obviously.
What about Signs?
Yeah, I can actually enjoy Signs too, man.
Great movie.
I was gonna say I like it too.
Scared the shit out of me when I was a kid.
I know you like it because
that's the one where they're in a cornfield, ain't it?
Yeah.
And the aliens are coming.
You're a big Aliens guy, so I know you enjoyed it. But
that's gonna happen for too long.
Hey, there we go.
That's gonna happen.
Well, don't let it. Just don't. Let
I'm
them
gonna
do
snipe
it
them when they show up too.
Oh. Have y'all seen Scary Movie? Which one was it? Scary Movie 4, where they made fun of Signs?
Yeah. Oh,
I
it
think
was funny.
I stopped watching after. Which one is the strong hand?
Is that where they had the?
That's the second one.
Yeah,
dude, the strong hand was funny as crap. I pulled that up the other day.
Yeah, take my good hand. It's my strong hand.
I don't know what the hell that is, but I lick it anyway.
Dude, no, Scary Movie 4. The Signs. The best part. Hey, the best part in Scary Movie 4 is the dude has had the wreck and he hits the guy's wife. And she's pegged against a tree. But when he's walking up to his wife who's about to die, the guy that hits him is sitting on the side and he goes, "Hey, Tom, I'll need a ride home."
Dude, them movies are so stupid, man. They're funny as anything.
They are.
I'm telling you. I can trip out. The strong hand one, that movie had me.
Yeah.
That dude's funny.
I forgot about that line.
Yeah. Yes.
That shows how much I pay attention to movies.
I love them, man. Yeah, so I don't know, man. It's just crazy, and man, it's just it's wild to see like you said, the cancel culture. I mean, you know, CrossFit just went through that like explosive thing with. You know, I talked to Rich Froning a little bit about it with that George Floyd and the COVID, whatever the guy, Greg Glassman said, and which they said he actually turned out to be kind of like a creep.
Yeah.
But like, that's what Rich, he even said on there. He's like, you know, you can't even, because he'll put up a picture. He turkey hunts and stuff. And he put up a picture. He's got like 1 million followers. So I can't imagine the amount of hate mail that he got.
That's unreal.
Yeah, he put up one picture, and in the comment, he said, "Don't even waste your time sending me hate about this."
It was about killing a turkey?
Yeah.
Oh, dude, it's ridiculous. Even the Ninja Warrior stuff, like back in the day that I was on, before all this, before like, it was like the realization of the power of social media.
Yeah.
Like when they posted me on TV and whatever, you know, talking about how I hunted and stuff like that. And it was extremely brief. No pictures of any dead animals or stuff like that. It was just the fact that I hunted squirrel, turkey, deer, and like I was getting messages on Twitter like, "Oh, you murderer!" This, this and that, and it's unreal. The amount, it's just a different kind of reach nowadays.
Is.
Well, that's taught too. I think parents teach that to their kids.
Yeah.
You got a bunch of yuppies out there.
Well, I mean, really, they say, and I grew up watching Bambi.
Oh,
Yeah.
Bambi's a sad story. All them Disney. Fox and the Hound?
Yeah, Fox and the Hound, man. The part when she's carrying
That's
the fox
what I'm
to the
saying,
woods.
man. It'll break
man.
you down. You're like, oh, man, no.
But they always, the villain is always the hunter.
Oh, yeah.
And, like, every Disney movie, the villain, and they're always a bumbling, like, idiot.
Yeah,
Like,
Fuds.
yes.
Yeah, Elmer Fudd.
And we know some Fuds. I'm not going to say that's not the majority, but that's not how most hunters are.
Well, them are guys that are just sitting in their mama's basement eating damn Twinkies and rubbing their wiener. Ain't got nothing to do.
Yeah.
That's all it is. I'm for real. You
Yeah.
think of it like that. You look at them, dude. They're ghost white. They ain't been out in the sun.
Oh, yeah.
They won't go outside.
Yeah.
I don't even study people like that, to be honest with you. 'Cause
Yeah.
I mean, why even waste your energy on it?
Yeah.
Like that dude, I bet you that person has ate a steak before.
Well, that's what I
yeah.
said. The people, when I killed that deer, man, on a much smaller scale of like Rich or somebody, I got some like brutal messages. People wanted to kill me and my children and
Yeah,
my
dude,
wife.
Well, say when you start hitting that, you're crossing.
Yeah,
you're crossing
that's
the
a
line.
lie.
That's what, because when people would say something about me, I was like, But when they're like, I wish your child's head was up on my wall, that's when I'm like, well, I wish you'd come find where I am. And
Send
we
me
would
your
see that.
address. We can make it happen.
But it'll never happen.
No.
They're behind a keyboard.
Yeah. And honestly, let's take a second and like break down let's just realistically break this down. All right. I'm not saying that I'm a tough guy by any means, but they know who I am because I just killed an animal.
Right.
They've probably never killed a fly in their life, and now they're threatening to come kill me.
Yeah.
Like, let's say realistically, if something were to come to happen, the guy that's got experience actually doing some killing's probably the one that's going to come out on top.
Every time. It's like one of those guys, like, if you were for real in like a confrontation with them and you pulled a gun on that dude, he would melt like a snowflake.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Please don't kill me.
Yeah.
You're like, all right, man, take your ass on back yonder somewhere.
Yes.
Well, I mean, you see, and like not to go off subject, but I mean, you see it every time. Like even if it's like a police altercation, the guy's all big and bad, this and that. When the cop's trying to be cool and chill and like non-confrontational stuff like that, let that taser come out. And like, I mean, like, you know what I'm saying? It's it's crazy how quick it changes.
Yeah, well, I guess they have like a level of safety that then gets broken.
Right.
Like
Until they get touched.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You touch them and it's over with.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's like I get are there some bad cops? Sure. But like we said, there's bad people in every profession.
Right.
But the majority, I do believe, are good cops. But I enjoy watching the videos where the cop will go up to the car and the dude will like roll his window down an inch, and
Looks
he's
at
like,
the camera.
Yeah. Cell phone.
yeah, he's like, am I being detained? And the cop's like, sir, I just need to see, am I being detained? and he's like, sir, please show me your license. Am I being detained? Why have you been stopped? Like, they won't cooperate. And I get some of these people, they're trying to show like police overreach or something.
Right.
But there was one that I watched, man, it used to trip me out. And somebody's probably listening and like makes them mad that I find this hilarious. But this dude keeps doing that, and he's like, am I being detained? I bet he asked him that 10 times, and the cop pulls out he flips out the what is that? It's not a billy club, but
Like a nightstick?
It's a baton.
kind of okay.
Yeah.
Well, it's the kind that like comes out.
Yeah.
And
That's their nowadays baton.
Okay. Well, the guy wouldn't open his door, and he wouldn't roll the window down, and he had the door locked. So the cop just shatters his window and opens the door, and as he's dragging the guy out, the guy's like, "Am I being detained?" He's like pulling him out of the car.
Yes, at this point you're being detained, sir.
Yeah.
But like that stuff, that never ends well. I mean, that's what, while I'm stepping on toes, I'm going to step on some more toes. just do what the cop says.
It's that
I was about to say
Freaking
that.
comply and fight it in court if you didn't do anything
If
wrong.
you just do what they say, you ain't gonna die.
No.
I mean, just do what they tell you to do, and you're gonna end up going home or going to jail. Which, if they got you pulled over, most of the time you're probably going to jail.
Yeah.
You probably deserve to go to jail.
Well, and if like I said, if you're truly not doing anything, then fight it in court.
Right. That's the
But
problem.
don't get freaking shot. And I mean, you got to think about it from the cop's perspective.
Yep.
That dude doesn't know you.
Nope.
He don't know what you're doing.
Yep.
And I hate to say it, but a lot of times when this happens, there's a rap sheet a mile long on the guys.
Yep.
But he was a good kid.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah,
Always
let's
a good
talk
kid.
about him 15 years ago.
Yeah.
Let's post the baby pictures, and let's post the kindergarten graduation pictures and stuff. And this goes for anybody.
Yeah. yeah
This literally goes for anybody.
He was gonna be somebody.
yeah.
But
But-
yet he's got pictures of guns and weed and drugs on his gram talking
Yeah.
about getting after it.
Yeah.
Right.
But
And
he was
like I said-
good.
and like I said, this is not a white or a black thing because there's
Hispanic, Chinese, Japanese,
Yep.
dude. It doesn't matter. It like here in America, which like you said, there are bad apples everywhere.
Yeah.
There are. There's bad apples in every profession.
Yep.
Whatever the case may be, but if you literally just do what they ask, most of the time it's just handing them a plastic card. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's that
Yeah.
simple. More
Yeah.
than likely, you're gonna go home unless
Yeah.
you're out there being a jackass.
yeah.
Every job's got one. I went through an altercation at work. I almost got fired, but it was one of them deals where somebody thought they could push me around.
Yeah.
And I set him straight real quick. And you know what? I never had any problem after that.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I don't know, man. People are just nuts nowadays.
They are. Well, and I told Marcy, I was laughing, that video I made about I Can't that I put up, you know, that's I would consider that like an uplifting video.
Yeah.
Basically, I'm saying if you really believe that you can get after and do something, then you probably can.
Right.
And somebody thumbs downed it today.
Yeah.
And I was just laughing. I was like, somebody is so miserable that video that is like telling you if you actually believe in yourself, you can probably achieve what you want to achieve. And that somehow,
No.
yeah, they're like
That is a dislike. I do not want to do
that's what.
that.
Oh, dude, that's what they watched that video and they were like, look at this dick. Like that's what they were thinking
Yeah.
about me, and I'm like, I'm literally telling you, like, believe in yourself, and you'd be shocked what you can do.
Right.
Which that's what, man. I mean, nuts people and miserable people. There's a ton of freaking miserable people like that are not doing, you know, obviously not where they want to be in life, so they just can't stand to see anybody else
Succeed.
or
That's
do
it.
anything else.
Yep.
I mean, so I don't know. And I mean, the best thing to do with that is to just literally get them out of your life.
Right.
Yeah, one, too, you got a bunch of people out there that just enjoy not doing anything anyway.
Mm-hmm.
They can sit there and take that government check, feed all 18 of their kids, eat better than I do,
Yeah.
and not have to do anything.
Yeah.
So why would you want to do anything?
Yeah.
With the quarantine.
Talking about the
And-
unemployment.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
unemployment. I cannot tell you, dude. I've taken note of like I'm talking about people I know, people I consider friends. They're like, you know what? Employment is more enjoyable than my job, and it's like, you mean to tell me that you're literally okay with sitting your ass at home and collecting a check, like just collect it.
But aren't they getting like $600 and something a week?
700.
Yes, $700 to $800, dude.
That
It's
is-
unreal.
Why?
To sit at that stimulus.
Who came up with that amount?
I don't know.
I think it was.
I don't
what's
know,
that
man.
old crazy woman out there in California?
Hey, you know what that's
Pelosi?
called? Communism.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, you know what it's called? We're edging closer and closer and closer to it.
We are, and you know that's what I've always struggled with farming because they do the payment like the last 2 years.
Yep.
And I'm always like, man, which they're like, obviously agriculture falls kind of in line in our defense sector because it's like if we have to rely on another country to provide our food, or in a dangerous position.
Yeah, we're not in a good spot.
Yeah. And so they're like, really, that's kind of like in some government eyes, that's like almost I don't want to say military spending because obviously I'm not calling the farmers
Right.
like we're a bunch of military guys, but just saying like that's kind of how they view it as like defense of the nation. And but it's still, man, and part of me doesn't want us to get a payment because I'm like, man, there's some huge, and you know, I got some friends that are really big farmers, and I have no ill thought towards them. Like they have grown their business and done well to get it where it is. But there's some like huge farming operations that, man, if they didn't get the check, that would like they'd be toast.
Right.
And it's not like we're getting a ton of money, but it's usually right at enough. The last 2 years, it was right at enough to kind of keep your head above water.
Right.
Which I have not heard of getting one this year.
Yeah.
And, I mean, I hope we don't. I mean, because maybe that'd make rent prices come down and kind of bring ag back to reality.
Yeah.
So,
Not to be off subject, but am I wrong for not wanting the stimulus check? Like, it's nice. I mean, you're in a marital household, and say you get 2 stimulus checks, you know, whatever, close to $3,000,
no.
whatever. But you know, where does that put us?
Well, the way you need to look at it is, the government ain't gonna give you no money for free.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's just
They're
money
gonna
they took
they're
from
gonna
you.
get it. You're gonna get it back.
Yeah.
Taxes on something are fixing to go
Well,
up.
don't they tax it?
They say this was no tax. This was basically
this was no
free
tax.
money.
Really?
But where have you ever heard of free money?
Yeah, and because see the payments that they gave us on the farm were then taxed.
Yeah.
Right.
We had to pay taxes on
right.
it.
Oh no, Uncle Sam's gonna get his.
Yeah,
I
so that's what I'm
guarantee
saying.
you
When
that.
I looked at it and I was like, because we got it.
Yeah.
I'll be honest.
Oh, we did too.
We
Yeah.
got it, and I was like, yeah. I told my wife, I was like, I don't, you know, this is cool. I go buy me a new gun, whatever,
Yeah.
or we can put it towards whatever. This is nice, but ultimately, like,
But see, you're thinking like a conservative though,
Yeah.
like an actual conservative.
Right.
Because now we got Republicans that are like, give them the stimulus.
right,
And like, if you really broke it down, that's like against what Republicans
Right.
should be for. They
Yeah.
should be like, no,
dude,
man.
it's all about people pleasing.
It is.
That's what it is. It all comes down to people pleasing.
Yep.
They get that little bit of money, dude. And if you think about it, that's more money than some people have ever seen at one time.
Yeah.
That is
Yeah.
scary.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
well, what the heck happened to savings accounts? Does nobody have a savings account anymore?
discipline.
That's what me and my wife, I told her, I said, you know, there was people literally that when the corona stuff hit and shut down, there was people that were like, I can't go 2 weeks
Right.
without getting any money.
Yeah.
And I'm like, man, you know, and I'm not, I'm not trying to
Are
hate
you
on.
stacked over there, Logan?
No,
That's what
hey,
you're telling me?
hey,
We got a vault around this
hey,
sucker.
hey, I put some money back.
Them big old farmers, boy, getting after it.
And edit.
No, man, hey, but I believe in having the savings account, man.
Of course.
I do. I mean, and
I think that's general discipline.
yeah, and I'm not saying somebody's got to have a bunch, but you should have a couple. I would say a couple months worth of savings at
Right.
least.
Well, you need to at least have some money in there.
Yeah.
'Cause
Yeah.
You don't ever know what's gonna happen.
No,
Nothing at all.
so that's my thing. I'm like, yeah, and like I say, discipline. Yeah, I mean, they're so
Yeah, I mean, I've been, blessed. I mean, I've worked probably 4 weeks since March.
Yeah.
Getting full pay
Yeah.
to sit at home. Man, I can't complain about
Yeah.
that. You know,
Yeah.
I'm just kind of like, there's sometimes I'm like, all right, look, man, I'm ready to go back because you get off schedule.
yeah,
Right.
yeah,
Well,
And
and I think it's something that's built. Dang it, I don't know how to say this without sounding like
built into a man.
yeah, I think it is. I think it's something that's built into actual men.
Yeah,
Like, we want to work.
yeah. I
We
mean,
want to earn our keep.
Yeah, I don't
well,
think
that or have, get up and have something to do.
yeah.
Right, yeah, exactly.
Yeah, gosh, that's what I like. I can't imagine. I really can't imagine retiring because I'm like,
I don't
what?
know, man. 55, I'm gone. I'm bass fishing and hunting. they can have at it. I'm out.
Hey, I'm with that.
I'll have 36 years in. I'm gone, dude. I'm
But-
out here.
But okay. But
Now I can do that. Other people might not be able to. Which
Yeah,
I
but
don't
you-
know. I may not be able
but
to.
you feel like you but at that point, do you feel like you've earned your keep?
36 years, yeah.
Exactly.
But you're still gonna be like you just said though. You're gonna hunt, fish.
Oh, I'm gonna be moving.
Fill the time because that's what man. I just couldn't imagine retiring and not doing anything.
Well, if you do that, that's when you die.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
I'm
Right.
telling you right now. I've seen it happen. You retire, and if you sit on that couch, you got about 5 years.
Yeah.
Right.
You're gonna just wilt away. You can't move. Oh, my back, my legs, and then next thing you know, you're done.
Yeah.
Well, you're
Yeah.
driven towards a goal.
Yeah.
You either have a family to take care of, to provide for, whatever whatever the case may be. You have that drive to get up and work for it.
Yeah.
And like Chris just said, like if you retire and your whole goal is just to sit on the couch, I mean, what do you got to live for anymore?
Yeah.
What is your goal at that point?
Going fishing.
Oh, see that?
My man.
Tearing them bass
Yeah.
up.
Hey, see, and that's what I've got. I know some people that have retired, and I've asked them, I'm like, man, how's retirement? They're like, I freaking love it. And they literally fish like every day.
Oh, man,
Right.
I'm telling
And so,
you right
but
now.
that's the thing, which I mean, you know,
But how hard did those? I keep cutting you off. I'm sorry.
No,
But
you're good.
how hard did those people you're talking about? How hard did they work?
I mean, it was like,
Well, I don't know. You can
I
look
don't
at.
know,
I
yeah.
mean, you could have a desk job, but you had to look at a computer and do figures all day.
Well, even that. But do you feel like you've fulfilled your purpose?
I think time put in does that.
Yeah.
I'm thinking, if I'm looking at myself and I've got 36 years in at a company, I'm like, all right, dude, look, I've done what I can do here.
and that's pretty
Yeah.
loyal too.
You
I mean,
know,
that's
yeah.
some loyalty for sure.
It's like, look, now I can work, and this is just me. If I went to like 60, man, I think it's like 63, I'd be the longest employee ever there.
Really?
And, my job, I'm in maintenance,
Yeah.
which everybody knows about maintenance, man. Ain't nothing broke, don't fix it. So, it ain't like I'm doing extraneous work every day, which it will get jacked up on you.
Yeah.
But, I mean, dude, I can sit there and ride that train as long. But you also got to look at it, too. When you got a retirement and a pension and you're looking at, there's a certain age where when you keep working, you're not making any more money either.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Right.
why are you going?
Yeah.
Because you're not going to get any more out of it.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right, and you actually brought up something there that kind of made me think. All three of us, like, have what I would consider blue collar jobs.
Mhm.
I mean, you're in maintenance.
Oh, yeah, I like fixing stuff.
Yeah, and I mean, between lawn care, gym, and now fire.
Yep.
Which I mean,
He's a hose dragger.
yeah, but that's I think as you're talking about with a dude, man, I think there's something about working with your hands.
Oh, man.
dude.
When I was a little kid, dude, I used to go into, I don't know, Walmart, and they had like the Legos, and you build it in, or it wasn't even that. You just build a car.
Yeah,
Yep.
I
yeah,
love doing that.
yeah,
Right.
Today, kids nowadays want to play with a teddy bear.
yeah,
Like,
or
dude,
video
what's-
game.
Yeah, what's
Yeah.
wrong?
Video games, whatever.
That's
So-
how my dad growing up with him having the shop.
Oh, yeah.
There was an old scrap pile of like parts and stuff he used to have, and then every now and then they'd haul it off. And I used to just like take an alternator apart
Yeah.
or a starter apart,
Right.
and it was something. And I got to weld. I mean, they taught me how to weld
Yeah.
Yeah.
and things like that. And
I love hanging out with old people.
oh yeah, dude,
They're awesome.
that's what I miss about the shop. There used to be the old men. They used to be the hangout, man. They'd
Yeah.
come up there, and most of the ones that used to come up there and kind of give out the wisdom, or they've done died now. But
I mean, answer this. Where did you learn to drive at? And what did you drive?
I learned in the field.
Exactly, I did too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Same
I
here.
learned there used to be a deer club called Tweet Shoot.
Yeah, I know where that is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
My cousins used to farm it.
yeah. And I used to be in that. Well, I wasn't in it. My dad was. He used to take me down there, and I drove it. It's a '76 Chevrolet. Man, that thing was turd green. Had some little little gumbo mutters on it and rust holes all in it. And we'd get down there, and my dad and Mr. Jerry, they'd put me over there, and he'd say, "All right, boy, have at it."
Yeah,
And I'd hit every mud hole there was.
Yeah.
on
Just
the
let
road.
you drive.
Just
Yeah.
driving.
Yeah.
That's how I learned how to drive. How'd you learn how to drive?
I learned how to drive. Well, it was first in the field, like we were talking about, and I guess my dad just thought it was time to ramp it up. And I I had to pull a boat from the Mississippi River from the Shelby Forest Ranch.
Chuck's hardcore.
You didn't talk about.
Hey, son, you're going to yank his 30-footer back to
I'm
the
talking
house.
about, dude.
He's like, I know you ain't but 9, but I need you to get this truck on.
1990 Toyota 4Runner pulling a boat from the Shelby Forest boat ramp. You know the hills that you got to go up.
And there's some
I'm literally
rowdy
like
curves in there.
13 years old trying to do that, dude.
Man, dude.
But,
Chuck's rowdy.
Yeah.
Other than that, like, I did actually learn how to drive a stick shift at that age, and the land that I grew up on, it was it was in a field, and you know.
How many people can do that nowadays?
Drive a stick shift.
Drive a stick.
Oh man,
the percentage is minute.
Hey, I'll tell you what's even worse. Try to find somebody that can drive a freaking semi, because we need some on the farm.
Oh, look here, I can drive it.
Well, come on.
I'll drive.
You got a guy
Shit
right
out
here.
of
You're
it.
looking at
All
it.
right.
I'll drive it. I ain't got no license, but I'll drive it.
You don't have to have one.
My
on
uncle
that.
used to be a truck driver, and this is funny, y'all. I ain't kidding. He had it parked in the driveway, and he's like, I bet you can't move that truck. And I said, shit, I bet you I can. Got off in there, and, you know, all it was the air brakes were on.
Yeah.
I got right in there, and I cranked it up, you know, that thing got to rocking. I said, okay. And I hit the air brake buttons on there. I started going down the driveway. I said, hell, I'm finna take some of this shake rag. Hell no. He got to come out there hollering. I mean, them big trucks are actually not hard to drive.
No, I mean, you know, I float the clutch. I don't even clutch.
Now, I don't know if I can do that now, but I've done it in my old blue Chevrolet.
What about Jake brakes?
I love. Well, mine is straight pipe now.
Pop them thing.
Yeah, that's what. See, when I bought that KW I got, it had mufflers on it, and I thought about selling it because it's a little longer. And I was like, nah, I'm gonna keep this thing. I like it. It's kind of cool.
Yeah.
And, so I threw some straight pipes on it, and now, oh man, you know when I'm coming with that thing, because if I hit the Jake brake on it.
Man, there was a semi running around Millington. I ain't seen it in a while, but it was one of those old. I don't know what you call cab over.
Might have been my buddy.
It's
David.
like a flat.
Was it white?
Dude, it was clean and white, dude, and he was yanking some loads back and forth through Millington. And
How long ago?
It was it's a couple months ago. I seen it rolling through Millington. I was like, dude, that is a clean semi right there. And I'm not like a semi geek, but you just don't see those anymore.
No, I bet you it's my buddy that's hauling, and he actually hauled for me last year.
It looked like he was hauling, you know, grain or whatever. But he was running in and out of Millington. I'm like, dude.
Is it weird that I've always wondered what it's like to sleep in one of those? Like the ones that actually have like a cab?
Oh, they got some. I mean, it'd be just like, you know, staying
Is it
in
bad
like
to
a
the bone?
camper.
Was that it?
Yes, that's him.
Yeah, that's
dude,
my buddy
that
David,
truck
yeah.
looked good rolling through Millington. I'm like, dude, I rode beside him for like 10 minutes just checking the truck out. I'm like,
it's freaking huge inside them cabs, man.
That dude's wicked.
Yeah, he ain't ever had a not cool semi.
Yeah, I mean, that's cool. Literally, that's like the first one of those I've seen in years.
He had a dang, I mean, man, yeah, he hauled for me with that truck.
Yeah, that truck's
last
cool,
year because
man.
people were like, "Man, when'd you get that cab over?" And I was like, "No, that's my buddy David that's hauling."
Yeah, that truck's
it ain't
clean,
mine.
man.
Yeah, it's sharp. But man, like you said, that you can't find people that can do that. And actually, I learned in that truck out here, that 1980 K10 out there.
Man,
it was right
best
back
truck
here.
made in America.
Hey man, right back here in this hayfield, driving through. And when I was too little to chunk hay bales, I would drive the truck through.
Yeah.
But now I tell you what was a scary thing for me. We had an old I don't even remember what like a C55 or whatever, the big it would be like a semi truck, but it was like a Chevrolet.
Yeah,
it had a 427 in it.
Yeah.
And glass packs that were rusted off.
Sounded
so it was
good,
super
too,
loud.
boy.
Yeah. Oh, I loved it.
Hey.
But it had like I don't even remember probably a 10-speed maybe in it. And it had high-low.
Yeah.
I had drove it in the field just a little bit, and we had hay on it. And I mean, the trailer would be stacked super tall. And one time Dad was like, all right, you need to take it down to, I think it was just right down here to Double Bridges or somewhere. But I had to actually get it out on the truck and, shift gears and then split the axle and go back in. And man, I was terrified driving that truck down there. So yeah, I had that kind of baptism by fire on that.
Right. How old were you?
I might have been 16 at the time. I think I had my license.
Yep.
I think.
Yep.
Well, I don't know, maybe not, but I think it was around that time.
What do y'all think 16-year-olds, what do you think they learn these days?
Prius?
I hope not. I hope not.
It ain't. I guarantee you, it's not that. It ain't in a. And like I said, stick shift.
Yeah.
I'd like to know how many.
There's not a lot.
Dude, I guarantee you it is a small percentage.
Yeah.
Small percentage.
Like,
They're missing out. I actually like driving stick shift.
Oh, yeah.
Look, going back to old trucks, which I think the 80s and the 70s was the best. They used to put class and style in them trucks. You know, they had a design to them.
Yeah.
And I ain't biased, which I like the square bodies.
Yeah, I do too.
But the old Fords,
Yeah.
like, dude,
Yeah.
I think Ford was knocking it out back then because they had a little more design in their vehicle.
Yeah.
But look, we came home. I'm not going to tell about pulling out that F-250.
Oh, go ahead.
Right.
We in it.
Look, I'm telling you, they don't make trucks like they used to. Because I got a 16 Z71.
Yeah.
And I guarantee if I would have put it out there, it would have been buried or something broke on it. There was a dude
With
out
the tires
there.
that's on it now, 100%.
Yes.
Well, you got some street granny tires
Slickies,
on there?
No, dude, I got 33s on there now.
Yeah, you did at the time.
Oh, no, I had to air up. And I drove them jokers till they wouldn't ride no more.
Bald, son.
All right. So anyway, we're coming back, and there's this guy in this big old F-250. It's a crew cab, long bed, 4-wheel drive with a trailer.
Yeah.
Across the street from our house in this field, okay?
2-wheel drive?
No, it's 4-wheel drive.
4-wheel drive,
And you had to go across
but
the
buried
ditch.
to the frame.
So we
Golly.
leave to go fishing, okay? Come back, I'm like, man, that dude's stupid. Why would he drive that heavy truck out there? We come back, and he's out there on his dirt bike. And I'm like, well, we pull off, and I'm like, man, I call it Old Blue. I said, I got Old Blue. I'll come hook on to you.
Yeah.
And they didn't think I was going to pull it out. Man, that third snatch, she was talking, son. Yanked that big son gun all the way out. And
That's a clean truck you got, too.
No, she needs a lot of
Dude,
work.
there was a crowd. We didn't. It was
Watching?
dark.
Yeah.
We literally left to go fishing, and it was daylight.
Yeah.
We fished for what, 2+ hours,
Yeah.
if that. Yeah, 2+ hours. Come back. It's dark. Homeboy's still stuck out there. and we pull over. And Chris, and for real, Chris said that. He said, I got Old Blue over there. He said, I can pull her out.
Did
And
you, what'd you use, a strap?
Yeah, he had a snatch strap. Well, when I went over there, I locked it in, which they don't do this anymore. I think that truck's got 4 10s in it, I think, on gears. You know, now I think my silver truck's got like 350, 320, because they're all about gas mileage now.
Yeah, yeah.
And that ain't worth the crap for pulling anything.
No.
So, you know, I go out there, and, you know, that truck, man, you put it in granny low, and she will tote
she
the
will
note.
go.
Yeah.
So,
I
like,
found out that night.
we cruise up through this, and the ditch wasn't no slouch. I don't even know how a dude got through the ditch. Because when I come up through the ditch and I got in front of him, well, he hooked the strap. Well, at first, you know, I was kind of eased on him,
Yeah.
and it spun. Well, then I had problems getting out of my own holes. I had
Yeah.
to call on it and get out, and I was like, oh, man. Second time, I hit him a little bit harder, and they're like, hey, he moved a little bit. Well, that third time, I got about 4 foot of slack in that strap and dumped that clutch and let her eat. And boom, she come on out there.
Jerked her up out
Yeah,
of there.
thrown
a
out.
3/4 ton F-250 long bed. There's like a subdivision like 400 yards, and we hear them they're like, whoa! They were like, we wonder when y'all were gonna get them out.
Dude,
Like,
I'm
on the
telling you,
train.
they
Y'all's house?
Yeah, they
Yeah.
don't build them like that no more though. Like if I did that to my truck, that thing be, I don't know what it'd be doing.
Oh, that's
It wouldn't rip the bed off.
Yeah, I mean, dude, I yanked this. I mean, when I knew, you know how like when you hook on somebody, and you're gonna pull them out, and you're just waiting for that like I was on the steering wheel, just like,
Yeah.
boom, it hit. He took off, man. I clutched it, slammed it down, and old 4-barrel got. Shit, we was gone.
Oh,
man.
dude, that's. I mean, my truck is a 15. It's a 2500
Yep.
HD. I would be scared to do it with it.
I would too.
No, you
That's-
can't. I mean,
Yep.
You can't do them like
Yeah.
that.
them heavy trucks.
That's what
You
that.
ain't gonna do it.
I mean, I put out a tripod stand on my farm in Covington one time, and it had just rained, and I was like, I think it probably won't be too bad. I had pretty new tires on the truck, and I was going to drive on the high side, but I had to back down a ridge, and when I backed down into that ridge, I like rolled my window down, I looked out the back, and I saw my back tires sink about 3 or 4 inches into the ground.
You're like, uh-oh.
And I was like, oh gosh. And I put it in 4. You know, it's backwards what you think. I put it in 4 high because that's where it'll creep out.
Yeah.
And I think now somebody, I'm pretty sure that's
Well,
right.
if you put it in 4-wheel low, it don't have no stability track. All 4 of them are
That's
pulled.
all right,
that's
that's
all
what it was.
digging.
All right, because see,
Yeah.
I put it in 4 high. I
Yeah.
was like, I'm on track because I'm in my field. Like
Yeah,
and
4
I had-
high, she'll dog leg on you a little bit.
Yeah, but now 4 low.
She's all in.
I was gonna say 4 high. I put it in there, and I kind of gave it a little gas, and my tires just spun, and the truck didn't move.
Yeah.
And I said, "Oh shit!" I thought I was gonna have to go get a tractor,
Yeah.
and I said, "Well," I was like, I'm in here now," and so I put it in 4 low, and yeah, you know it's on like Donkey Kong because all of a sudden my dash lights up and it's like stability track off,
Off.
track
Yeah, that's what
control
you
off.
know it's
Yeah.
real
And
at that
I'm like,
point.
She's
Oh,
ready.
shit.
She's ready to go.
And so I just said, "Well, I'm in here now," so I just hammered it. I mean, man, blowing black smoke out and like.
Feed her the gravy.
My tires are probably spinning 60 miles an hour, and I'm like inching out of this thing. And I mean, I think if I get to the top of this ridge, it'll be good to go. And I get up to the top of the ridge, and I let off of it, and it just like sinks down again. I'm like, dang. So I had to like stay in it. I left like awful ruts in this field.
Oh yeah,
People
you'll
were,
do it.
Oh, I guarantee you, people were watching. Like, look at the moron tearing up that guy's field.
Yeah.
And it was my own field.
Somebody ought to call him.
Yeah. All right, so that's been a good just sesh there. So let's get into bow hunting here for a little bit. Let's see, Chris, what kind of season did you have last year, man? I mean, tell some people, like, just to preface this here, all 3 of us love to bow hunt, and I'm sure all of us would agree that everybody ought to try out archery, even if you're not a hunter. I think you ought to try out archery.
Yep.
I mean, it's freaking super fun.
Check.
And so lead into that, and Chris, tell us about the heartbreak of archery hunting.
Well, I'll tell you this. Last year was actually not a heartbreak for me. I killed 9 deer last year. And that may hurt some people's feelings because I hammered them. But when you got that bow in your hand, well, I'll say that I killed 8 with my bow, 1 with a rifle. But I was making up for all them heartaches I had the last 5 years.
Yeah.
Mad at them is an understatement.
Yeah.
Okay. Plus, I like to donate deer, and all the CWD stuff. They're wanting you to kill them, which I don't agree with just smashing them. But
Did you have any test positive?
No.
Okay.
no, I
Me
did,
either.
and I hunt.
Yeah, me neither.
I killed 5
Yeah.
or 6 last year.
I killed 3 and none
0.
Of them, yeah, none of them tested positive.
Man, between me, Brent, and one of our buddies, Pat, and Zach, I think we killed like 40-something deer.
Yeah.
I mean, that's putting a hammer and all
That
that. And it
is.
sounds terrible. But,
Well,
I mean,
like I said, that's what they want you to do.
well, I
actually.
mean, I'm not going to, like, even like this season, this year I'm probably going to pull back a little bit because, I mean, dude, I was letting them have it.
Yeah.
Well, is it not weird that your own state organization encouraged you to kill more deer?
Well, I'll tell you, I thought it was until I had Kip Adams on.
Yeah.
And see, he's in favor of selective killings,
Yeah.
like where they come in. Because I asked him about that. I was like, man, because, I mean, as a hunter and a landowner, I'm like, hell no, I wouldn't let them come in and
And smoke all your
kill
deer.
my deer.
Right.
And he was like, well, he said, that's how Illinois and them have maintained their low level of CWD.
Yeah.
Because he told me, he said straight up, he said, I own a farm, which he was in like Pennsylvania or Pittsburgh. I can't remember. Pennsylvania, I think. And he said, if they called me to come and do that on mine, I would let them.
Right.
So, I don't know. It's,
I don't know. That'd be something I'd have to sit there and think about.
Yeah, it'd be a tough thing, but like I said, he's with QDMA. I mean,
Yeah.
he ain't going to feed you no bull crap.
Well,
but,
I watched that whole TWRA when they were fixing to post all the new 2021
Yeah.
regulations. I watched the whole thing on my phone, and I mean, they were sitting there saying they're trying to do that, but a
Yeah.
lot of landowners are like, no.
yeah.
So like they're trying
Yeah.
to like pay them money to let us come do that. I don't know. It's up in the air. If I had some land, I don't know, because I'd be like, look, man, what if you kill this giant I've been trying
Yeah.
to get after, and you like, oops.
And he's just a number at
Yeah.
that point,
Yeah.
laying on the ground.
See, and that's the thing. I don't even think that's one of the things that's always killed me with the farmer thing. Which I've never, before somebody sends me some hate mail about the farmers shooting the deer, I've never gotten one of the permits to where farmers can shoot deer.
Yeah.
But a farmer can get a permit to where they can shoot the deer
Pretty easily.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, like I could probably get it. I've got some farms, and I mean, I can tell you, I've got some farms where we lose a good bit of money because of deer.
Oh,
I can tell you right now, a property that I hunt, I know.
They're losing.
I know for fact they lose a quarter of it to deer.
Yeah.
That's why I'm hunting it.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, and saying, I mean, and they want you to freaking kill them.
Yep.
I mean, like, and that's one of the things, you know, the guys that like to bitch about the farmers always are like, well, the farmers don't let nobody hunt there.
Yeah.
And then they get these permits to kill them.
Right.
Let me have a permit.
Yeah. So, but you know, the thing about it, all right, again, like I said, I don't have a permit. I've never got one. I have no desire to get one because, too, it bothers me that you have to shoot it and leave it.
Right.
You can't do anything.
You can't pick them up.
Yeah. Now, and I get the other side is they're saying they don't want to create an incentive to kill them.
Yep.
Because then you could be like, well, I'll kill them and give them meat. But on the flip side, I'm torn because I'm like, well, if you got to kill them, at least do something with it.
It's like with me. If I kill something, I'm taking it to the house.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
it doesn't matter if I'm eating it or somebody else is. I'm not gonna let something just lay there.
No, I don't enjoy just killing shit for just to kill it.
No.
Right.
Like you know, that's the thing where people have this huge misconception with hunters is they think we're like a bunch of we just like to kill the hell out of stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, we kill it. I mean, I got a freezer full of deer meat.
Yep.
And I mean, like, I enjoy being able to get food out that I harvested.
Right.
Can you honestly say you've ever shot something and let it lay?
No.
Can you?
No.
There you go.
No.
I can't either. I can't either.
Yeah.
You know, and I've had situations where I've been deer hunting or whatever, you know, that I've shot a turkey, where I've killed a deer, and I'm like, man, why did I? You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, I'm still gonna take it home.
Yep.
Still gonna gut it. Still gonna clean it, and it's either gonna go in my freezer or somebody else's.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. I mean, and that's where we're kind of getting off a little bit, but on like, you know, where the people get mad about trophy hunting.
Yeah.
I am a trophy hunter. Like, I have no problem saying that. Like, I usually dedicate my whole season to like one buck, and but
You got some studs around here. You won't give me one in permits? I've seen some.
What you know about them farmer permits?
hey,
dog?
man, yeah, hey,
I will more than likely come shoot them deer off your farm.
And edit.
hey, but I say all that to say, like the trophy that I kill, I'm gonna eat it.
Well, the thing about that is, I mean, you're you're growing deer, okay?
Yeah,
You're growing deer. I'm not like when I hear trophy hunting, I think it's something like high fence hunting.
yeah. See, now I don't like that.
You
I
see what I'm
think that's not
saying?
even
Like
hunting.
that, like you kill a deer and he's got a tag in his ear. Like that to me is trophy hunting.
Yeah,
But like what you're doing is you're putting in work to grow that deer.
yeah,
So I wouldn't necessarily that's trophy hunting.
yeah,
You know, you've grew the deer, you like that velvet buck. You watched that deer for 3 years.
yeah,
So like, and that deer could have went to Walmart if he wanted to.
yeah.
You know, he was right there.
Yeah, they saw him up there. a few
Yeah.
times,
So I
yeah.
mean, like, I wouldn't call that trophy hunting because you like to shoot big deer, but you're
Yeah.
growing them. But now you can go pay somebody $7,000 and go sit on a fence and have a 300-inch bred deer come
Yeah.
in there. Now that's different.
Yeah.
What's the point? I don't even get the
Oh,
point.
you don't
in
even
that.
get the satisfaction that like if I'm like, yeah, just got him.
Yeah. What do you
But
know?
you paid to have him pushed to you.
Yeah.
that's
Well,
what I'm saying.
and part of the cool thing with me on like any of my bucks or even most of my deer is the story behind it.
Right.
Right.
Like that's
Yeah.
what when I see like my deer head on the wall,
Right.
people get mad about that. Why would you get mad about that? I actually think about that deer every time I see it. Like
Yep.
as many
Yeah.
like walking in here, seeing that deer as many times as I walk in this thing and see that
Yeah.
deer there that's nothing compared to the deer that I've killed now.
Right.
But I still remember the foggy morning when
Yeah.
I shot that deer. Like
Yeah.
I can
I
visual
remember
it.
I remember when you texted me that you were like,
Yep.
I finally killed a good one.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
I
mean,
was gonna say this. You could lay out every picture of every deer I've killed, and I can tell you exactly how that hunt went down.
yeah.
On every deer I've ever
Yeah.
killed.
Yep.
Now I can't tell you what I ate 3 days ago, but I can
Or
tell
even this
you
morning.
exactly how that hunt went down, the temperature, how I killed it, how much of an ass it was to get him out.
Yep.
I can tell you the whole story behind every one of them.
Yeah.
Yep.
See, so why does that? Why, like, how is that disrespectful to the animal?
I don't know, because like with me,
You're taking
now I
life.
may be.
That's how people see it.
Yeah, like with me though, like even when I kill a deer, and you walk, when you walk up on your deer, and you finally, you walk up and you're like, when you see it, you're like, whew, thank God I got it.
Yeah.
Okay, or her, or whatever. You walk up, then I always feel just a ass hair sad.
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
always a touch
You know
of
what
remorse.
I'm saying? You're like,
Yep.
oh man, because you respect what you just killed.
That's right.
Exactly.
Yep.
Yeah.
So I mean that's just like I said, like every time I kill one, I get up there and I'm like, and then you feel kind of sad for a minute. And then when you get to messing with your buddies and drinking beer, you're like, finally it happened.
Yeah. Yep. Yep.
You know.
Oh, last year, man. I mean, that first buck. I texted you because, you had told me I was crazy because I passed on him last year.
Yeah.
I'd have shot him 4 years ago.
125 inches.
Smoked.
Hey, that's what Brent was like. You are crazy. You were smoking crack because
man.
he was a 150 last year.
Yeah.
What was it this
he
year?
let him
160.
let him walk.
Yeah, I mean that'd be tough for me.
He let him walk.
I mean,
Let
dude,
him walk.
when he showed up and he was 115 and about 20 inches wide, I'd have been like handshaking.
Right,
Like,
right.
what?
Hey, well, when I got him, but I tell you, like even with him, I was sad because I knew that buck. Every
Yeah.
buck I've killed, I know.
Yeah,
Right.
now
That's the
they're
thing.
gone.
And that has been the saddest I've ever been. The velvet buck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I'm so glad I got him because for one, it was a 3-year journey to
Yeah.
get that buck. Like,
Yeah.
I've seen some of the negative people about it were like, oh, it's city deer. He just, it wasn't. He just.
You know what that's called? Jealousy.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
there's a lot of that.
Oh
and,
yeah, 100%.
and it trips me out because all those jealous people, most of them were probably poaching, trying to get the buck that I
Right.
finally got. But like when I finally got him, it was like a mixture of disbelief.
Yep.
Because I mean, just the way it all went down, I was like, "There's no way I got that buck."
Yeah.
But now, like even going into this season, I'm obviously I'm pumped up for the season, but I'm kind of now like, so what now?
You gotta
I'm-
find
Yeah.
that next target. Bud.
yeah, like,
Right.
but
Yeah, you gotta
I mean,
find
I
the
get you, man, and that's
Yeah.
how, like I said, that was a 3-year. Like I knew that deer
Yeah.
on like as weird as it sounds, on like a personal level.
Yeah.
I was like connected with that deer.
Yep.
Yeah.
But
So-
that's how it goes though. But you'll have another one. You show up, you be like, oh, he's gonna be good.
Yeah.
And
Yep.
There you go. You're after him now.
Yep.
But now as far as archery goes, which I killed that one with a rifle. I'm not gonna pretend like I smoked them with an archery. Right.
I had to be sorry.
But one thing I will say is, I'll say Brent having to pee kind of threw me off my train of thought here.
I got the pee.
He's got to go take a leak.
Lightweight.
He's got a TT. Hey, but you
Oh.
don't get that closeness. Like all my archery so far has been heartbreak.
Oh man, I can't tell you how many times I've been like, you know what? I'm hanging this bow up and I ain't taking it back.
Brent told me about that with you about 2 years ago.
I know what deer you're talking about. I still have nightmares about it.
Yeah, it was I think he said it was a huge buck.
Oh, it was a giant.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, so I was actually shooting Brent's old DXT, I believe.
Yeah.
And I got into bow hunting, I think in 2000. It was either 8 or 9 when I bought my first bow. Now I've only shot Matthews, and I might be a little biased on that. I just think Matthews got the best that's out there. But yeah, I've never shot a Hoyt. I've never shot anything else. So
Yeah.
I don't know.
I'm pretty much I shot a Reflex, which is a knockoff Hoyt, and it was
Yeah.
a piece of crap. So.
Yeah, well, that and a lot of bows, I don't like their grips because they push your hand forward. If you get what I'm saying, like
Yeah.
I'm like, no man, what the hell is that?
Yeah.
But I've only shot Matthews. That's what I shoot, and
Yeah, get some of that. Yeah, you'll never want Jack Daniels again.
oh Lord,
Uh,
but
The
Yeah.
Woodford.
Now I like. I mean, I shoot a What is it?
You got a Halon 32.
Halon 32, yeah.
Yeah, you a big dude. That bow fits you perfect. Though.
Yeah, I love that bow.
Right.
What are you shooting now?
I got a Tri-X.
Okay. Did that come out the year after?
Right. Yeah, it came out. It was a Tri-X, and then they came out with, I think, like you can't keep up with them. They had the Vertex, the VXR, and I think the VXR is what they're on now. And then come November, there'll be another bow out.
How do they keep coming out with more?
How much better can you really make it?
That's what I wonder.
You turn it into a crossbow.
Yeah.
Well, I might do that, but not until I can't pull mine back anymore.
Yeah, no, I agree with that.
All right.
But I'm with you. How do you make them better at this point?
Yeah.
A bow, because now, I mean, like, literally, you can take, like, the DXT I shot that Brent had and the Tri-X. Now, yeah, my Tri-X is shooting a little more speed on it.
Yeah.
But, 20-yard shot, there ain't much difference.
No.
No.
Dude, hey, man, that's...
And that's what year's the DXT? That's an old bow.
Yeah, that's what I had.
2009.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, I had that growler, which was a turd. Yeah. And then and it wasn't fit for me. Because that's the thing, man. It's got to be fit to you to really enjoy shooting it. Yeah. And so, like that had like a 27-inch draw on it, and I have like a 29 or 29
Your
and a
neck
half
was
inch
stretched
draw.
like 7 inches to look at a beat.
Yeah, there was like I couldn't, and so then I went to the DXT, and old Phil, I got to give a shout out to Shelby Forest Archery. That dude, he knows his stuff, man.
Bought all my bows from there.
Yep.
Hey, he's robbed me. Damn it, Phil.
Hey, well that DXT, man, that thing was like a freaking Cadillac.
Yeah.
Oh,
but
yeah.
When I got that Halon 32, though, it was like, shit, man,
Yeah.
that was like
You go from a Cadillac to a Ferrari.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The DXT, and anybody listen, DXT, if you're like starting, DXT's a great ass bow. I mean, like, that's
I love
great
that
bow.
bow.
Yeah, it's one of the smoothest shooting bows. But I got to tell you, man, that Halon 32, like shooting the DXT, you could kind of see the arch.
Yeah, you ain't seeing that in that bow.
Freaking Halon 32, we chronographed it with my I'm shooting 350 Maxima Blues.
That's what I shoot.
Well, it was 322.
That's rolling.
Yeah, I mean,
that's rolling.
Like
Speed.
it's like flat. I mean, when you shoot, like I've shot out here, I got the little, you couldn't see it probably. I got a little 3D target set up way down there.
Right.
And I have like some blocks behind it. And I could shoot 110 yards just to see if I could do it. Yeah, it's fun just to see.
Look.
And you wouldn't even have you'd have to aim up some, but it wasn't crazy.
No, you put on his back and let him have it.
Man, I don't know, it's fun. I mean, and that bow to be as fast as it is
quiet.
Really smooth and quiet.
I think that's what they work on now is vibration and quiet.
Yeah, because the Tri-X is like supposed to be like no vibration at all.
Look, Phil rigged that bow up. We set it up. Brent was with me, wasn't you? Yeah, you were with me when I bought that bow from up there. And literally, you walk out of Phil's shop and you go out on the deck and there's a bag down there. It's 100 yards, right off the deck. I ain't even shot it 4 times.
Yep. Hammered it.
Yeah.
I said, "We ready now, boy?"
Yeah.
So
Did you set it? Did he have you set it on the 40-yard bag there?
Yeah, well, we walked out. You walk out and you look to the right, and he's got that 40-yard.
Yeah.
He got it dialed in. He put my strip on, and he's like, "All right, that all."
What kind of sight did you put on?
I got a 1-pin.
Viper?
No, it's a. I think
is
it's
it QAD?
No, it's a trophy.
Trophy Ridge.
Trophy Ridge.
Yeah,
Okay.
Trophy Ridge.
1-pin.
I got a 1-pin. I love the 1-pin.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
When
man.
I first started, I bought the. Y'all remember the Matthews Reason?
Oh,
Yeah,
It was
classic.
it was their fastest single cam bow at the time.
Yeah.
I get it. I think it was 2008 or 2009. I go in the fields and I got me some cash in my pocket and I'm like, all right, man, I'm about to buy one of these. Well, I had a Viper 4-pin, I think, when I first got started, and on them longer shots, man, it just felt like they cluttered together. You wasn't clear.
Yeah.
So I swapped to a 1-pin, and when I did that, man, I ain't looked back. I think you just now started shooting one last year.
Yeah, Chris converted me last
Well,
year.
and I had tried to tell you to go 1-pin.
Man,
Dude, I've been
it's just
shooting.
the best.
I've been
It
shooting
is.
multi-pin forever, man.
That's
But
the
like
best.
the bows now are too fast. Like that's what Phil talked to me because I asked him. I said, "Man, when I bought because I had a multi-pin on the DXT, but it's slow enough. Not saying that bad, but it's slow enough to shoot a multi-pin.
Right.
But like with that Hayline 32 feel, and to show how bad to the bone feel is,
Yeah.
he did some little figure, and he was like, "You're going to be shooting about 320 feet per second," and literally chronographed the thing to like 322.
Isn't
or
that
something.
crazy?
Yes,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
so he was like, "If you shoot a multi-pin, they're going to be just piled on top of each other." And I got a Viper 1-pin.
Right.
But now, have you seen the Fast Eddie or whatever by Spot Hog?
I want a Spot Hog sight.
I do too.
But I'm just
too.
kind of like, my pocket is telling me no, but my mind is telling me yes.
Yep. I want one because mine maxes out at like 85 yards.
Yeah. Spot Hogs.
It'll go to like 110 yards.
You can just,
Yeah.
Yep. I want one, man. I've been thinking about because I bought a Spot Hog release.
yeah.
Now, I still like caliper release. What kind of release you shoot?
I got a True Fire, but it is a
That dude has shot he has shot a thumb release.
A thumb release.
As long
you're-
as I've known him.
And the reason I say I like that is because I used to have a wrist, and you know they're on your hand. I'd cling it on the stand, hit something with it, and with a thumb release, I clip it on my bow, and it's there. So when a deer comes, I grab it, I got my hand on it, I'm ready to roll.
Yeah.
So it ain't no cling cling or trying to clip on.
Yeah.
And I shot the biggest deer with my bow last year, and you know, get excited and you're trying to get down, and it fell out of my. I usually keep it in my front pocket.
Yeah.
It fell out and it never hit the ground. And I'm like, oh no, dude! I looked for that release for 2 hours, and then finally the wind blew and I heard a thunk. I was like, there it is.
So it blew it off?
Yeah, it was stuck in a cedar tree.
Dang.
It fell out, and I was like, oh man, thank God. I was like, I don't know what I was about to do. Like, I couldn't even imagine shooting anything.
The deer's
Yeah.
dead. The biggest buck he's killed with a bow, and he's worried about
He's
his release.
panicking about his
Dude,
release.
I'm
right.
like, look, man, if my release ain't here, I'm done.
Yeah.
You know. But that's what I've always shot.
I've tried a thumb release. Now, it wasn't like a real expensive one. I don't know. I still didn't like it as much. Now, I do like the Spot Hog one I got is a Wise Guy or something.
Yeah.
And it is open, so like you just hook it on
Yeah.
and then do it. But man, see, I would lose mine or I would drop it.
Well, it had a thing where you could put it on your wrist, and I took it off. But you know, every morning before I go, I carry a backpack in every time I go, and on my little top pocket, I check it every time.
Yeah,
make sure
it's
that
there.
and my rangefinder's in there.
Yeah.
And if it ain't, but I got a backup. You know,
Yeah.
it's a wrist release. But if I prefer to shoot one, it's gonna be that one. But that's just what I've always shot.
Yeah. I need to pack her back up.
I like it because, like I said, it's already on the bow.
Yeah.
I ain't got to worry about clanging it on anything. But you know, it's all what you prefer.
What do y'all think about those? Now I don't know the actual terminology for what it's called, but those
Back tension?
those automatic. Yeah, I think it's a back tension.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah, where you don't really know when it's gonna release, but you get to like a certain point and you're aiming. It's
I think they click before they fire, don't they?
Some of them,
Yeah.
but see, some of them have a safety.
Yeah.
You can lock some on the draw because I have heard of people firing some of them off on the
Yeah.
draw.
Yeah.
But like,
how bad would that be?
oh
would
man,
suck.
You're drawing the buck. You're like,
yeah.
Oh yeah.
But see,
dude,
that's what like Joe Rogan and all them shoot them back tension releases.
no, sir.
I would like. What's the one? Which I don't know if you ever watched that series. That I think Levi Morgan's the baddest.
He
archer.
is a bad
He
dude,
is.
man.
And like he
Bad
came out
dude.
with these episodes during this Corona stuff, like how to be a better bow hunter. I watched every single one of them.
I need to watch him. I hadn't watched
Oh
him.
man, he gives out some good information, stuff I need to work on too. But he's got one release when he pulls back, and you shoot it by the tension on your pinky. It's like it's got
Huh.
so when you pull it back, you got to slowly pull your hand in like this for it.
I don't know. I don't know if I've seen that one.
Yeah, I don't know. I could be an idiot, but that's what it looked like to
Yeah.
me. And I was like, I wouldn't mind trying that. He said because when you're doing that, you don't. He said it's good to not know when it's gonna fire because
Yeah.
you're already steady, and it's just because as soon as you know you're about to shoot, you're going, all right, this is time.
Yeah.
What
oh,
do you?
that scares me.
What do you? What do you do? You jerk.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
You point to look.
Well, and it's
Right.
just like, shooting a pistol and stuff. They tell you want to,
You want
with
it
a
to
rifle,
surprise you.
you want to squeeze the trigger so that you do kind of get a surprise.
Right.
Which, in a lot of times, I've found, like, if I'm squeezing, like, the caliper, I'll shoot better with my bow than when I'm like, all right, I got to try to focus right here on this
Yeah.
spot. You know, like, and you let it, like, you gotta, because when I first started, I remember I would try to, like, get as steady as humanly possible, and then I would, like, pull the shot horrible.
Yeah.
But instead, now I let the bow float and then just, you know, let it go. But I don't know. Yeah, man, the back tension, I'm scared of those.
Yeah, it just makes I don't like not knowing when I'm gonna shoot.
I don't either. I mean,
you know,
there's too much on the line with an animal, which even, you know, in my thing, I look at that. Cameron Haynes has killed like hundreds, and he still shoots a caliper release.
Yep.
So that guy is shooting like 150 yards with his bow.
Cam Haynes is a beast.
He is, and he trusts the calipers. I think I'm all right with the calipers.
And he still shoots a multi-pin, doesn't he?
Does he? No, I thought
No, does he go single pin?
No,
Well,
he's got
the
a spot hole.
Yeah,
Does he?
The
Okay.
fast
Single
Eddie has 2 pins. It's got
That's right.
That's the one that I like because
Yeah.
it like it has you set on 2, so you can kind of be on there.
Yeah.
So give us your most heartbreaking hunt.
Oh boy.
Take us through the saddest chronicle.
Man, all right, look.
The one when Brent told me you were done.
Oh, it was bad. It was bad. I told him, I was like, dude, I ain't picking a bow up. I said, I'm done. All right, so I've enjoyed bow hunting, which, you know, until last year, I never really killed like a amount of deer with it. I may have got like one a year, you know, something like that. And anyway, it's during rifle season. I've seen him do it, and I was like, man, you know what? I was walking out of my house. My brother was in the driveway, and I looked over, my bow, or his bow, was sitting on my kitchen table, and I was like, you know what I'm going to take? So I took the bow and my 7 mag.
Yeah.
All right, I toted both of them in. All right, so I get in the stand, and I don't know about y'all, but November, like especially mid-November, late November, I grunt about every 30, 40 minutes, just kind of brrrr.
Yeah.
Well, I do that at daybreak. We got some deer in the field, and then I did it again.
Are you hunting like harvested field or what?
I'm hunting on a CRP field.
Okay.
All right.
Big open field.
Yeah, big open field, and I'm in a pine tree. And I had, you know, that was the least we had, and I had a top spot right there, especially, you know, for your bow. And I did that, and all of a sudden I heard something. I looked in front of me, and here, all I could see was rack coming in, just walking. I was like, you know how it is, like, oh shit.
Yeah.
And
that buck fever.
he was walking to me.
Yeah.
And like his stick where he's at, I could just see him moving through the woods, and he literally came right in front of me. But there was a big oak tree and a cedar, I think, and he was right there. And I remember thinking in my head, I'm like, man, this deer's so close, I gotta try him with a bow.
Yeah.
My 7 mag's just floating in the wind.
Yeah.
I grabbed that bow, and dude, he's sitting there, he's making a scrape, throwing his horns up in the tree. I mean, he's getting after it, and I'm like, man, the whole time my heart's like,
How big is he?
No
What are we
clue
looking
that
at?
you're there.
it was a good deer.
Yeah.
It was, I don't know. I wish I could go out. Yeah, I wish I got my hands on him, but it was a good deer. I mean, good deer. It would have been my biggest bucket today.
Could you tell he 10 point, 8 point?
I think he was like either a main 8 or a 10. But like what I try to do now is like even when my biggest deer I've killed 2 years ago.
2 years ago. Yep.
Like, as soon as I see their head and I know it's a good deer, I try not to look at it no more because I just get
Wanna
more
psych
nervous.
yourself
I'm
out.
just like, oh no.
Yeah.
So like I knew he was a good buck, and he walks out 7 yards. All right, 7 yards, but you got to think he's right here. I'm 22 foot.
So you're shooting down on him.
Shooting down on it. I've never practiced shots like that, so
Yeah.
I just put it. Wow! When I shoot, and I'm like, and I heard the deer go, "Ugh," and he ran off in my area, and I could tell, but I was like, you know, you watch outdoor TV, man, they get like 3 inches of penetration, like, oh, he's done.
Yeah, he's toast. We'll
So
be
I'm
back in the morning.
like, man, I got him. I called Brent, I'm like, dude, just got a giant on the ground. Son.
I hadn't seen nothing all morning.
Like,
he
I'm
called
literally
me. He's like, I did it. He's like, I smoked him.
I'm like, bro, I'm about like crying in the stand. And I'm like, finally, I got him. 8 hours later,
Yeah. It was
no
not,
deer.
Not good.
And I think I had to have hit him either in the shoulder. I hit something hard,
Yeah.
and the arrow didn't go through him.
Yeah.
And I only got a little bit. Now, that deer may have died. I don't know. Never seen him again.
Yeah.
And we literally looked for that deer for 8 hours, and I was just like, and I had a decent blood trail up to about like 120 yards.
Yeah.
And then it was just nothing. Never found the arrow. And I was just like, oh, no. Like, I mean, you go from, like, a level. Because, like, in my mind, I'm thinking, which is still like this to me, you shoot anything with a bow, it elevates it by 10. Easy.
Absolutely, yeah.
You know, I'm
the
just
adrenaline
like,
of drawing
dude.
on an animal.
So that's why, and then I get back in the stand that evening. I'm sitting there, I look over my gun, and it's just like,
should have picked me
dude,
up.
I could have smoked him with that rifle.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, God bless America. My dad was right. Because my dad, dude, like last year when I was carrying my bow, and he's like, you know the Indians lost, don't you? That's for real. And I'm just like, Dad, you just don't understand. You know what I'm saying?
So his dad's like my dad.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
he can't stand it. When we pull up the hunt, he's like, I can't believe you got that
He
bow.
said,
Yeah.
you know, the Indians lost.
That's what he
Yeah.
tells
Can
me.
you
He's
imagine
like,
saying that nowadays?
Yeah.
Hey, you know the Indians. Oh my God.
Gosh.
that's what he tells me. He's like, you know the Indians lost. And I'm like, Dad, you don't, you know, if you did it, you might think different.
Yeah.
of it.
Man, that's what my dad and uncle both are like. Why do you want to throw sticks at the deer?
Oh, I'm telling you,
got-
dude,
I'm
my
throwing
dad is
bullets.
like, you're an idiot.
Yeah, I mean, my dad literally does not like bow hunting. He's
Oh,
like,
yeah, we talked about
yeah,
this.
he's like, you wound them and
Yeah.
like people wound them more and stuff.
And I have done that, and that'll make you sick.
Oh, it
It
does.
will.
Well, that's what
It
Brent had told me about your time there because he was like, Chris says he's done.
Dude,
Because I think it was probably around the same time I had wounded one. Like I said, all my archery's been heartbreak so far, and it again we were talking about how fast my bow is.
Yeah.
Well, their bones are stronger because last year I had a freaking doe come out because I was like, I got to get this monkey off my back because a couple of years ago I shot a nice 9-point with my DXT.
Yeah.
Came out probably I've ranged him like 40 or 30 yards.
I was about to say it was around the 30 range.
30 yards. And I drew on him and I shot and he jumped and there was blood everywhere. I found my arrow. I sent Brent a picture of the arrow. There was blood on the arrow. And I was like, oh man. I was like, what a rush, man. Like, yes. and like there's blood everywhere. I mean, just tons of blood. And I mean, I like cross a fence and going back into one of our pastures and there is this huge puddle of blood. I'm like, man, he's gonna be right there, my first deer with a bow. I'm like pumped, and I get over there, and the blood just continues to dwindle.
Yeah, it
and
gets
I'm
less
like,
and
what
less.
the crap?
Yeah.
And I seriously probably, I mean, we tracked it for like 6 hours, 7 hours, and then the blood just quit.
Yep.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean, then I was like, I'm never bow hunting
Oh,
again.
I'm telling
yeah.
you, dude, it hurts you.
But
Yeah.
last year, I had a doe come out at 20 yards, and 20-yard shot is nothing for me. Like I practice all the time. You know, like I was prepared, and like a dummy, like you said, you're not used to shooting down.
Yeah, straight down. I mean, that's a
Well, like a moron, I didn't stand up because they came in really fast.
Yeah.
Like I hadn't been in the stand 15 minutes. I was like, well, it'll be a little while, and then I'll stand up. I mean, I was sitting there probably texting Brent, telling him I hadn't seen anything, and then I look up and there's like some deer coming out.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh crap, and they're right on me, so I can't stand.
right.
So I try to do, and I'm hunting in a stand with a rifle rest, so I try to like do this weird draw, and I'm like hunched over, but I'm like, she's 20 yards. I'll be able to
got
make
it.
this shot with my eyes closed.
Yeah.
And I shoot, and it's like flap, and I mean, like you can see it. I mean, it hits her shoulder.
Yeah.
That's a horrible dude.
Ah.
I figured that out a few years ago. That if you don't hear like a thump
Yeah,
of it going through them, but you hear a whack,
yeah.
not good.
Oh yeah, but I mean, man, yeah, it did like all of the arrow was sticking out, and she ran, and it just came out. And I never even found blood.
No.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, she might have died. I looked, I didn't see it. I mean, anybody that's anti-hunting is probably like cringing to themselves
Oh,
listening.
man, dude.
But like it hurts us as bad for
Yeah.
you to hear it as it does to experience
I'm
it.
telling you, man, I was real close to hanging mine up. I'm
Yeah.
like, dude, I'm tired. I'm like, dude, I done wounded like 6 deer.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
Oh, it's the worst
I'm
feeling.
like what? But dude, once you start connecting,
Yeah.
Oh
it's
man,
like,
there's
oh,
nothing like
yeah.
it. Nothing like it.
Yeah.
See, like for me, and this is my advice to anybody, and I'm gonna go on record here. What got me dialed into me was I was hunting and I was like, you know what? First deer that I see, I don't care if it's a spike.
Yeah.
If that dude gives me what I want, I'm fixing to smoke his ass.
Yeah.
Okay. And lo and behold,
It was
it's like a little 4-point thing. Right at dark, you sit in your stand, you imagine like how you want the deer. He came out just perfect right at dark, 20 yards. And I needed that though.
Yeah.
I needed it. I needed to get that kill. I'm talking about like a good clean, like
double lunger there. Yeah.
Bam!
Yeah.
Dude, I lit him up. And I got down, looked at my area, it was bright pink, and I was like, got it.
Yeah.
And I got a picture of him off. Now, I didn't post it on the gram or nothing.
Yeah.
But I needed that, like, but after that deer, it was like, boom, boom,
Yeah,
boom,
game
boom,
over.
boom. I was smoking them.
Well, that was why last year I was like, I got to just shoot a doe or
just gotta
something to
shoot
get the monkey off
something, yeah.
my back. And so that's what this year, I'm going to go into it and be like, yeah, if a doe presents itself, I've got to take her because I got to freaking get this monkey off my back.
I felt like that for a long time. I'm like, dude, I just can't get over this hump.
Well,
Yeah.
I'm glad you guys feel so good. Keep hunting with your compound. Don't go traditional.
Yeah.
It will break your heart all over again.
Dude, I watched, I don't know if y'all watch Primos.
Yeah.
Dude, it was Brad, one of their staff, Brad, he went elk hunting with it was a recurve, not a longbow, recurve.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like he's practicing, he's hammering. It reminds me because Brent was doing the same thing in our yard one day. He's out there like, pink. I'm like, what the hell are you doing? Like the arrows are made out of plywood.
Compound is hard enough. Like,
Yeah,
shoot.
and like so, but it's funny because like Brad, that guy Brad, he went on that. He was hunting elk.
Yeah.
He's like 20 or closer is where I feel comfortable.
Yep.
There's a bull at like 20 yard, giant bull, right under him. He's like,
Right.
what?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, dude, when you're shooting those, man, it's like a whole nother level of
Yeah.
archery.
Imagine hitting one.
Yeah. And
Hitting one.
I
and
told
an
you,
elk
shoot
is
him
like a
with your gun.
horse. You know,
It
an
was-
elk is like the size
Yeah,
of
you
a
have
horse.
you have a lot to miss.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you do.
You know,
Yeah. That buck I shot last year with my longbow, dude,
Oh, I remember when you called me on that one. Yeah.
I thought I had a bad season the year before.
Yeah.
Dude, I was on the phone with like,
you was on the phone with me.
yeah. Dude,
He's like, dude, I just killed a giant with my longbow. He's bleeding out everywhere. He's like, wait, he's moving. I'm like, you got your gun? Yeah. Shoot him. No, I want it to be all recurve kill. Shit, he's getting up.
it was awful.
Yeah.
It was awful. Anybody that hunts with a traditional bow, I mean, the respect level, and whoever can come out and say that it's unethical or disrespectful to the animal, dude, it's a whole different level.
Yeah.
And I've had that longbow for a few years now, and I remember telling Chris last year, I said, I'm gonna kill a deer with this thing, and I remember missing a deer with it. And just seeing the speed and how the arrow flew under him,
Yeah.
I was just like, I knew at that point I could kill a deer with it.
Yeah.
And that morning, it was frost on the ground. What was it, late November?
Yeah.
Early December?
It was early December.
Yeah, early December.
Yeah.
And I hadn't seen much. I was trying to kill a doe. And just a long story short, I just remember, I was trying to call that doe in, and I heard a buck grunt behind me, and I turn around and look, and there's a giant 8-point.
I remember that. Yeah.
Giant 8-point standing right, and he's eye level because he's on like a hill behind me, like on a ridge. And I was like, oh man. And I had already had my boat, so there was no turning back.
Yeah.
My gun, just kind of similar to Chris's story, like there's no turning back.
Well, you gotta
Yeah.
look. That longbow's what, 7 foot long?
at least.
Like it's like
taller
slinging
than I
a
am.
tree limb
Yeah.
around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like once you're there, you ain't moving.
Right.
No, and it ain't got no let off.
And I didn't realize it, but there was a doe right under me, at like 6-7 yards.
Yeah.
So I drew, and he followed right under her. And,
Yeah.
I mean, smoked him, dude. I would have bet my house on it. I had that deer dead.
Yeah.
And this is just a testament to how tough these things are. I thought I spined him, dude. He couldn't whole back half couldn't move. He was, I
Yeah.
had called Chris because he had seen me shooting. That was the big deal. But that's why I called. I was like, man, I said, dude, I just freaking did it.
Yeah.
I said, I just killed a gigantic buck with a longbow.
Yeah.
Oh man, dude, and
8 hours later.
yeah, 1,000-yard trail later, seeing that deer get up and run, man, it's just I guess the segue. I guess that's what ultimately like keeps you going.
Oh yeah, yeah,
You know, seeing that deer get up like that and then take off and then not find him. Oh
yeah.
my God.
Well, and that's what archery like changed my whole game because I have stands that I only archery hunt, and then I have because like obviously your archery game like stands are they're like in the danger zone because you have to be right there.
Yeah,
Right
you
on.
need to be on.
And like my bow or my rifle stands, I'm like pretty comfortable like hunting them. But that's one thing. It changed it, and it was like the first time I remember when I drew back, or no, just sitting in the stand with bow hunting, and I'd have a deer walk within 5 yards of my stand, and you can hear them breathing.
Oh, it's a new adrenaline.
It is. I mean, like, one, I wasn't even going to shoot. Like, I'm not going to shoot this deer, but just hearing the deer, like, you can hear them sniffing. I'm like, holy crap, man.
Yeah,
like,
close.
you can see the, like, moisture on their nose.
Right.
Yeah,
Like,
it
man.
elevates the game big
It
time.
does.
Like,
It
big
does.
time. And I'm not, trust me, I'll tote my gun in the woods in a heartbeat.
Yeah.
But last year, I pretty much hunted with my bow, and the year before that, I did. I've been getting on him because he's been an Orange Army man here the last 2 years.
I carry both.
And I'm like, what are you doing, dude? You're the one that told me to quit.
Well, hey, this year I'll be more inclined now because I really have no targets going into the season.
Right.
So this year I might, I might
Dude,
try.
it adds to it. There's no denying it.
Yeah.
It adds it, dude. Bow hunt, whether it's compound, traditional, whatever it is. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, like you just said, the closeness to them.
Yeah.
Why do you think every freaking outdoor channel TV show, what is the primary thing?
Oh, yeah, bow hunt.
It's bow
Well,
hunt.
and it's so much more fun to watch.
Right.
I mean, like, as much as I love killing them. I mean, I like killing them with my rifle.
Yeah.
But like, if I had to choose to watch a guy shoot a deer from 200 yards away or watch a guy shoot a deer from 25 yards away with a bow, it's a hell of a lot more of an adrenaline and like cool to watch the 25-yard shot.
Yeah.
And this, like I said, I like. See, my deer season. What made me be so addicted to deer hunting is like taking it to a year-round thing instead of like when I was growing up. My dad definitely he got me into hunting.
Yeah.
Not saying he didn't get me into hunting, but he did not. He wasn't a bow hunter, so he wasn't like you ought to bow hunt. And that took mine to the whole level because now with bow hunting, it's like, man, how can I get in there close?
Right,
Man,
yeah.
the thing with me is if you enjoyed whitetail hunting, you know what really made me do it? I get in a stand like a month and a half earlier than I would if I didn't do it.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
So it's like, I'm getting in there.
I remember deer hunting just when it was cold.
Yeah, I do too.
That was the time to deer
was
hunt when
all-
I was growing up.
Growing up, that's
Yeah.
all I ever
Old
did.
school. When you go buy them new hunting clothes. You remember when we had buck and bass? That used to
Old
be
school,
the spot.
Yeah.
So we'd
That's
go out
old
there,
school.
and I remember Daddy would buy me a jacket or a new set of bibs or anything, and we'd hang it outside on the clothesline the week before to
Good
kind
old
of
scent
get the
control.
scent and
Yeah.
stuff like that. That was good times for me
Yeah.
though.
Yeah.
Do y'all remember the old school? I forget what kind of bottle was it. It might have been Primo's. I don't. But it smelled like pine. It's
I
like
don't know.
it was
See,
like
we
a
didn't
dirt
use-
smell, like a dirt pine smell.
We didn't use a lot of like that kind of stuff.
No, my dad, dude. Look, my dad, he didn't care. He wasn't spraying nothing.
No, that's how we didn't run cameras. Which back then cameras were like $350.
And they
for,
were
like,
giant. It looked like
Yeah.
you were hanging a mini
it
fridge
did.
on a TV.
You had to like take the footage
on a
to
tree.
Walgreens to get it
developed.
developed.
Yeah, Daddy never did no trail camera.
No, I bought him one. I got my dad one for Christmas like a couple years ago, and he ran it for a little while out there. But I run like 15 trail cameras and stuff.
Yeah, you're a camera dude for
Yeah,
sure.
you're
I
a
am.
camera guy. I think I've got like one.
Oh man, I did live for it. Now that we can't put corn or anything
Yeah,
out,
that's what screwed up to me. Like, you put a little golden acorn out there, you're gonna get some deer.
yeah.
Now it's kind of like, yeah, I don't know where to put it.
No, I'll catch them, like creek beds. I'll catch them crossing.
Yeah.
Most of the shots are them crossing.
Yeah, crossing.
And so I get just a quick glance shot of them. Unless, like, with the buck last year, I had him pinpointed. I knew, like, exactly where he came. But that's because I had been running cameras for 3 years.
Right,
and
that's putting in a lot of work, though.
yeah. But
That's
I like
putting in work.
that's what makes me like deer hunting, because the guys that just go out and hop in a stand come season, that just doesn't pump me up for the season.
No.
I like knowing, and part of the fact that makes us like the apex predator is the fact that I have a brain that I can, like, all right,
It's calculated.
yeah, I use tactics and strategies against these things, and that's fun to me.
Right.
Well, you can tell the difference on guys that do that too, because like I hunt like North Hardeman County is where the lease is, and it's an hour and 15-minute drive, hour and 20. I don't know, so it's I can't really I don't run up there. It's hard to run back and forth. That's a long drive.
Yeah, it is.
So, but like opening weekend of archery, you may see on the interstate or highway, you may see 1 or 2 trucks. It's got 4. You can tell they're going hunting.
Yeah.
Muzzleloader,
It
you
picks
start
up a
getting
little.
rifle.
Oh gosh, man.
The cavalry is done.
Yeah.
You better just go on, just be like, all right, we here now.
Yeah.
We in
Yeah.
it.
Y'all gonna hunt the early velvet hunt?
I am. Yeah. I do
I'm
every
going.
time.
It's gonna be my first year. I'm gonna make sure that I get in there on that.
Well, here in Tennessee, dude, it's hot.
It is hot. I hunted last year, and hey, the best thing to get is a freaking thermocell.
Yeah.
I hunt. You're the one that told me to get a thermocell.
Oh, I know. Dude, this dude, this dude was going out like this had to be what 3 years ago or so.
Oh yeah, I hunted.
I'm like, you out hunting? And he texted me. He's like, yeah, mosquitoes are hammering me. I was like, I texted, you got a thermocell? He's like, a what?
Yeah. Hey, well, man, I did. Yeah, Brent was like, I don't know how in the hell you even stay in the stand.
Dude, between the gnats and the mosquitoes down here in the south, it is horrible.
I got something in my blood. I don't get bit by mosquitoes.
That's unreal.
Really, man. They will.
They smoke
don't.
me.
See,
I
now,
rarely take mine because they just don't bother me.
They don't whelp me like my little girl Emerson. She gets they whelp her up, but they don't whelp me up. But they do hammer me.
Oh man, they smoke me.
I don't like. I can be outside and like my mom and dad and all them. I'm like, what are y'all talking about? Like I haven't even seen a mosquito.
Now, do you get chiggers?
Oh, terrible!
See, I don't get chiggers.
Terrible.
I don't get chiggers.
And the whole thing, putting nail polish on that, do not do.
No, that's fake. That is a myth.
That's
You
gonna
just-
burn.
You walk around looking like a Dalmatian for nothing.
Burned yourself there?
Yeah. Daddy, I got these chiggers on my nuts. Put a little nail polish on them. Had to fix it.
Wrong.
Yeah. Man, I don't get chiggers. I don't know, Dad. That's what my dad. They tear him up. And
They get me. Chiggers and poison oak, poison ivy, sumac. If I get any of that, man, I'm done.
yeah.
Yeah, but this dude did. Yeah, for real. Like 3-4 years ago, this guy didn't know what a thermocell was. I'm like, you don't have a thermocell? And he's like, a what? I'm
Yeah.
like, dog, what
Yeah.
is wrong with you?
Oh, they work.
They do work. They're awesome.
Yeah, they work.
So now, what would you tell a guy that wants to get into archery there? We're about an hour and 43 minutes here. What would you tell a guy that's thinking about it? Why should somebody get into bow hunting?
And I just think because you can do it all year long. You can shoot it. A bow, especially if you live like in a neighborhood.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't blast no 7 mag in the backyard.
Yeah.
Right.
But you can shoot that bow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All day long, 20 yards. You can shoot it in the damn house if you want to.
Yeah.
But I just think, man, people, if you ever just get in a spot where you actually pull back on a deer and realize the adrenaline part of it, and because I mean, like I said, everything is amplified.
Oh, it is.
Like
yeah.
that's why I'm addicted to it, because I'm just like, dude, I like this year. I plan on carrying up my bow this year.
Yeah.
Just because that's what I like doing.
Yeah.
Like I said, I ain't against rifle. I'll blast one in a heartbeat with a rifle, but
Yeah.
just something about that bow just takes it to a whole new level, and
Yeah.
it teaches you a little discipline too.
I was about to say.
yeah.
I was about to say. Would you say it's a discipline?
Yeah, because you got to work. That's one thing about archery. You can't just step into it and be good.
No. And see, and that's what I think gives some people bad things. I mean, because all of us obviously shoot our bows pretty consistently, and I mean, we've all wounded animals, but like you do have your, like we were saying earlier, your fuds that just get a bow and just go take it hunting and don't even really know anything about it.
They're just ready to get in the woods.
They are, but like, and people always want to talk about them, but you have the same guys with rifles that like, you know, really don't care about the animal, and I mean, just go sling lead out. I mean, and a guy that don't practice with his rifle, to me, is, I mean, I don't know. I think that he's slacking on his part as a hunter too.
Yeah.
I mean, I think you should practice. And I mean, honestly, shooting a bow has probably made me a better rifle shooter because you're, I mean, hell, you're freehand everything on a bow.
Yeah, and you gotta, you gotta, learn your bow and get it quick. It's the same thing with a rifle, you know.
Yeah.
You know, every gun shoots different.
Oh yeah.
So you gotta get a, you gotta know your gun just like you gotta know your bow.
Yeah.
You know? And if you don't, that big stud's gonna show up. And you know what's gonna happen.
You better be ready.
He's gonna be gone.
Yep. Yeah. Brent, what would you close on there?
What, as far as getting somebody into archery?
Yeah, I mean, what's your closing statements here?
Boats and hoes.
Boats and hoes or bows and hoes?
Bows and hoes.
Yeah.
Bows and hoes. That's the new one now. Bows and hoes.
Yeah.
Get some shirts for that.
Yeah, right.
Living fully loaded. Bows and hoes.
Bows and hoes. Yeah, that'll sell real good.
I'd buy it.
Yeah, I would too. Yeah.
I'd wear the shit out of it.
I would just say more so it's just it is a discipline.
Yeah.
Like Chris said, you can shoot any time of the year, and it's fun.
Yeah.
It's a good hobby, even if you don't bow hunt. Like just getting out there and just shooting a bow. You know what I mean? Like, and it's a good way. It's a good way to get outside and to I don't know, just be outdoors, man, and just to go shoot. It's fun.
Yeah, and the ammo's reusable.
Yeah, it is. Unless you're just
really terrible.
Yeah, unless you're just, or you're really good,
Well, you may Robin Hood them.
I remember thinking how cool Robin Hoods were until I did it, and I was like, oh.
Until you start spending $15 an
arrow. $15 an arrow.
Yeah, the first time I Robin Hooded one, I was like, oh, hell yeah. And then the second time I did it, and then the third time I was like, all right, I'm going to have to start shooting at these others.
You're cutting fletchings off and
that's
breaking arrows.
That's how I am now. Like, I rarely shoot two at the same spot.
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't want to hit it.
Yeah. Yeah, their arrows are way too expensive.
Oh, man.
But it's just another way to get outside, Yeah. I would encourage bow hunting.
Yeah.
Why not? If you enjoy hunting and I don't want to say you're bored with rifle hunting, but
it does take it up a notch.
Right.
Yeah.
Yep. I mean, we need to always be challenging ourselves.
Yeah, I agree.
So.
Yeah. Well, man, and I mean, like I said, it's a discipline.
Yep.
So I mean, I think it's good on levels even beyond, like, even because people that are, like I say, not wanting to go kill an animal can gain a lot from archery.
Yeah.
So, well, awesome, man. Chris, anything you want to close with?
Man, I think I'm good, man. It's a pleasure to be on the show, man. I appreciate it.
Yeah, I appreciate you coming on. It's been fun.
Hey, I got one for you.
What's that?
You got to give up one.
Check.
Bud Light, Bush Light, Keystone.
Bud Light.
That's good. Hey, I'm glad you said that. You know why? Because they don't use cornstarch anymore. And so they're like anti-farmers, so the farmers are boycotting Bud Light. So I'm glad you picked that one.
I'm going to tell you what, man. We could do a whole nother podcast on drinking and cooking. I'm for real. This is live action cooking team sitting up in here. Yeah, we got into barbecue, and it's been a blast. But, dude, the Stones, you can buy a 15-pack of Stone, Keystone Light. $6.
Don't it? It's like Coors Light, ain't it?
It's made
Keystone,
by Coors.
Yeah, it's
okay. I thought so.
And then, I drank a couple of Bush Lights, man, and it's like $10 for a 12-pack.
Yeah.
I'm like.
So is it a price thing for you or a taste thing?
No, I like Bush Light. Bush Light tastes good to me. I like Bush Light. Which, I mean, if you gave me a Bud Light, I'm not going to be like.
Hey, that hurts my. I didn't know that about Bud Light.
Drink it.
Yeah, they're like, that was one of their Super Bowl things. They came out like, no more cornstarch. And so the farmers were like, oh, hell no. They've like, because Bush Light actually came out with a box that had like corn on
Yeah,
it.
they got corn on
Yeah,
there.
it's like they came out
I
like,
told you Bush was more American. You ain't living.
they are, man. Bushes, they support the farmers, man. So like Bush Light, that's the way I'd go. Yeah, because they called it. It was like their pro farmer beer or something.
The cans look like corn.
I remember that now.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm just an idiot.
I
don't know
even,
why.
Yeah, I don't even drink beer really, and like I wanted some just when I saw that. I was like, man, that's awesome.
Oh
like,
yeah, man. And then the Bush Light is just good.
Didn't Bush Light even have like a Hunter Orange?
Oh, yeah.
For a while?
Yeah, they had the deer on them.
Yeah.
What other beer's doing that?
I was gonna say they're
Nobody.
freaking
Yeah.
Hey, Bush Light is for the blue collar, like legit dad.
Yeah.
With the dad bod, that's me. I'm telling you, son. You get done cutting that grass and pop a Bush Latte, game over.
You hear that?
Game over.
Bush.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm telling you, man.
Well, awesome. Well, guys, it's been fun, man. I appreciate y'all coming on the show. I've enjoyed it.
Yep. Good times.
Good time.
Good times. Until next time, folks. Y'all hope y'all enjoy the episode and share it with your friends. And guys, everybody have a good one. We'll see y'all later.